Oh. Oh, why, yes, of course.
Solomon, no speak English.
Will you be quiet?
I will take no college stuff, and that's final.
Mr. Shayne says he'll be delighted to take the case.
The Hastings Manufacturing Company and the K-Site Corporation present Michael Shayne, Private Detective, starring Wally Mayer and Kathy Lewis. A detective without a murder case is like flapjacks without syrup. Yet that is just the predicament of our friend Michael Shayne. In fact, things are so dull that we find Michael and his blonde assistant Phyllis Knight not at the office, not at police headquarters, not at the morgue, but squirming uncomfortably in the seat of higher learning. In other words, the office of the president of Huxley College. Professor Brill is explaining the situation to our friends.
As I say, Mr. Shayne, I decided to ask for your help because Phyllis Knight graduated from Huxley and is now, as I understand it, your amanuensis.
Oh, no, Professor. She's just my secretary.
Amanuensis means secretary, my pet.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, quite so. You see, Mr. Shayne, we don't want to take our problem to the town police. Unfavorable publicity, you know. But something must be done about it immediately. It's affecting the morale of our girls.
The girls? I thought this place was co-educational.
It is, Mr. Shayne. But our feminine students seem to be more affected by it.
Oh, a bad rash of Frank Sinatra?
Oh, no. That is no more than usual. You'll understand after talking with the victims. I have two of them waiting now in the outer office. Just a moment, please. Oh, Miss Brown, will you step in here?
Yes, Professor.
Very good. Just step right in here, Miss Brown. This is Mr. Shayne, Miss Brown.
How do you do?
Hello.
And Miss Knight, Mr. Shayne's associate and one of our former alumni.
How do you do, Miss Brown?
I should explain, Miss Brown, that Mr. Shayne is a private investigator whom we have employed to solve the embarrassments which have been occurring here recently. Now, if you'll just repeat your story.
Well, if you say so, Professor Brill. It's a little embarrassing.
Oh, well, go right ahead, Miss Brown.
Oh, well, it happened last Monday night. I was in my room in the sorority getting ready for bed. I was getting into bed when I heard a sound like somebody giggling.
An echo, maybe?
Oh, no, sir. More like a mad laugh. It came from the window. It was open, but there was a screen. Somebody was trying to pry it off.
And then?
I screamed.
That's the usual procedure, I believe.
Go on, Miss Brown.
Well, he ran away. That's all.
Do I understand, Professor Brill, that you brought us all the way down here just because of some peeping Tom?
No. You don't appreciate the situation, Mr. Shayne. In the past week, I've had at least a dozen complaints similar to Miss Brown's. Oh, my. It's gotten so our girls never know when they're safe.
Well, I don't think that's peculiar to Huxley College, Professor.
Oh, really? Oh. Oh, yes, I see. Well, Mr. Shayne, I think you should hear the newest turn of events. Miss Brown, will you ask Quincy Baldwin to step in here?
It's all right if I leave, Professor?
Oh, yes, of course, and thank you very much.
Goodbye, Mr. Shayne. Miss Knight.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Until last night, Mr. Shayne, none of the boys had been involved. But now, I'll let Quincy tell you about it. Oh, well, come right in, Quincy.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Tall, blonde, and rugged.
Mr. Shayne, this is Quincy Baldwin, another of our students. Our most brilliant student, I might say.
Oh, well, I'm glad to meet you. How do you do, sir?
And Miss Knight.
Charmed, Miss Knight.
Thank you.
Quincy, Mr. Shayne would like you to tell him your unfortunate experience of last night.
Oh. Well, Mr. Shayne, about 10 o'clock last night, I was coming home from a lecture. And about a block from my fraternity, a masked man jumped out from behind a hedge and...
Yes?
Well, he conked me on the head.
I see. Just a friendly gesture or some sort of college hazy?
Hardly, sir. The man had a gun.
Oh. Any way for you to recognize him again?
Oh, no, sir. He got away.
I should add, Mr. Shayne, that this individual has been sending anonymous notes to my office. He boasts of his activities and promises more serious things to come. Now, believe me, sir, if it doesn't stop soon, a mass hysteria will break out among the student body.
I hope you catch him, sir. I'm willing to do anything I can to help.
Yes, that's an idea, Quincy. Perhaps you should go along with Mr. Shayne. You can acquaint him with the campus and all our activities.
Be glad to, sir.
Well, for this afternoon, I'd like to work alone. If this peeping Tom performs only at night, well, suppose, Quincy, you meet us, say, about 9 or 9:30.
Well, could you make it 10, sir?
Hmm?
I have to attend a lecture tonight, and it's on the kinetic principles and thermal diffusion.
Really? I must try that sometime.
Yes, yeah. Okay, make it 10 o'clock. Where will we meet?
Well, at the clock tower.
Meanwhile, maybe this afternoon Quincy can show me around.
Huh?
Bring me up to date on things.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sugar. I'll want you. We've got to check those anonymous notes.
You said you wanted to work alone.
I've changed my mind, if you know what I mean. Well, that tower clock is 5 minutes slow, according to my watch.
Mm-hmm. Our good-looking friend should be here now.
Oh, good-looking bookend, if you ask me.
Oh.
Yeah. And since when do you go for blonde guys with curly hair?
Will you look who's talking? You spent plenty of time wandering around the girls' gym this afternoon.
Research, honey, research. And it looks to me like this particular seat of learning has got quite a spread, baby. You know what I mean?
I get it. Hey, here comes our blonde menace right now.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Sorry to be late. The lecture was wonderful. I wish you could have heard the professor on the separation of the isotopes.
Oh, no. Have they separated again?
Oh, yes. All over town. Mrs. Isotope couldn't stand his drinking.
Oh, well, I know it was causing talk.
Well, anyway, it was a good lecture.
You know, with all your enthusiasm, Quincy, I suspect there's a cute redhead at the desk in front of you.
Oh, no. The feminine element doesn't fit into my program.
Oh, really?
Look, I may seem a little over-enthusiastic, but you see, my father used to teach here at Huxley, psychology. So erudition is probably bred into the corpuscles, you might say.
Well, guys have been shot for saying less. Well, suppose we get started, huh? The sorority houses are on Elm Street, aren't they?
Yes, the street here to our right.
Oh, I'm blamed if I know where we start. Just ambling down Sorority Row, waiting for some gal to yelp isn't my idea of an investigation.
Have you checked on the notes this individual's been writing?
Yeah, I did that this afternoon. The guy printed them with a pen. No dice.
You know, this place hasn't changed a bit. Street's quiet as the grave at 10 o'clock.
May I make a suggestion, Mr. Shayne?
Yeah, shoot.
Well, it might look better if you and Miss Knight were alone for a while. If you were to get in your car and park under a tree and, well, you follow my train of thought.
Well, I think I caught the caboose, at least.
In basic English, you mean smooching.
You know, you're improving, Quincy. That's the first sane idea we've had.
Please.
Oh, Mr. Shayne.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Shayne.
Isn't that Professor Brill?
Yes, and running, too.
Oh, Mr. Shayne, I thought I might miss you. Something terrible has happened. Just terrible.
Yeah, what?
At the sorority, one of the girls has been murdered.
Oh, what a dreadful, dreadful thing to happen.
Mm-hmm. Dead about a half an hour. And a very neat job of strangling.
What's that wound around her throat, Michael?
Well, it looks like... Yeah, it is. The laces from a football. A football? Who found her?
I did.
You're one of the students living here?
Yes. Jean Winters. I came to ask Agnes for my sewing kit. I forgot it when I moved out. You see, we lived together and I couldn't stand it any longer.
Oh? What was wrong?
I'll tell you, Mr. Shayne. As house mother of this sorority, I owe a duty to my other girls. I made Jean move to another room before she and Agnes drove the rest of us insane.
Please, Mrs. Fuller.
They were fighting always. Yesterday I caught them in here pulling hair and smashing things.
Oh, boy trouble out there.
I told Agnes I went out with Gil only once.
Is that why Agnes slammed the door in Gil's face this afternoon? I saw that myself.
Hey, wait, hold it. Who's, Gil?
Gil Packard, Mr. Shayne. He's our star halfback and my roommate. He was Agnes's boyfriend.
Tight little corporation, this.
Mrs. Fuller, during the past hour, did anybody hear any unusual sounds from this room?
No, it's been very peaceful since yesterday.
Oh. then the killer probably was somebody Agnes knew. That window over there, any way of reaching it from the outside?
Well, there's a little porch. I suppose somebody could climb up it. But if you ask me, Mr. Shayne, I think you won't have to look outside this room for the murderer.
If you're talking about me, Mrs. Fuller, I'll send you to my...
Wait a minute. If you ladies don't mind, I'll run this circus.
Michael, listen.
Yeah, outside that window. I'll see if I can get a look at him. Stop where you are.
Who is it, Michael?
Oh, darn it, he got away. I just saw his back.
But, Mr. Shayne, aren't you going after him?
No, it's useless. He's got too much of a head start. Anyway, I got a hunch he's not the man we want.
Dollars to donuts. It was the Peeping Tom.
Maybe. Well, children, I think that's all here for the while. Oh, say, Quincy. Have you any idea where I might find Gil Packard at the moment?
Well, surely. He has to be in his room by 9 o'clock every night. He's in training.
Okay, then let's take off.
Our room is right down the hall here.
Fine.
I don't know your purpose, Mr. Shayne, but I can tell you Gil has nothing to do with this affair.
I didn't say he had, Quincy. I'd just like to get a list of Agnes's possible enemies. I can't rely too much on Miss Jean Winters.
You might also check on the spat between Gil and Agnes.
This is our room.
Oh, hello, Quincy.
Gil, this is Mr. Shayne and Miss Knight. They want to see you about something...
Just a social call, Mr. Packard. Oh, say, you got quite a scratch on your cheek there. It's bleeding.
Yeah. I was just changing the bandage. I got it in a scrimmage. Won't you have a chair, Miss?
Knight. Thank you.
By the way, Mr. Packard, wasn't it rather risky to break training tonight?
How did you... Oh, so Agnes blabbed again, did she? Told her what would happen if the coach found out. Thinks it's so funny to make a guy jump through hoops.
No, it wasn't Agnes, Mr. Packard. I happen to recognize the plaid coat you're wearing. I saw the back of it when you ran away from the sorority house a few minutes ago. That's how you got the scratch, isn't it?
Well, I fell off the porch. Somebody yelled at me, and I got scared and ran. I wanted to talk to Aggie, and, well, I wasn't supposed to be out after 9 o'clock. I figured nobody would see me at her window.
I'm afraid it's all my fault, Mr. Shayne. I told Gil to go over there tonight and have it out with Agnes once and for all.
Oh, that trouble over Jean Winters?
No, over another guy, Red Burroughs. Aggie knows I'm crazy about her, and yet... Say, what's all this pumping about anyway?
Agnes has been murdered, Mr. Packard.
What? She's dead?
That's right.
Oh, no. Well, it doesn't seem possible. But just this afternoon, Aggie and I... Oh, my...
Mike, look. Under that bookcase.
Mr. Packard, did you go to see Agnes at any time earlier this evening?
No.
Can you prove it?
I was with him at the lecture, Mr. Shayne.
Yes, and we came back here and Quince left. I sneaked out later.
I see. By the way, is that your football under the bookcase there?
Huh? Yes, it is.
It's unlaced. Where are the strings?
Well, I don't know. It was laced this afternoon.
Michael, where are you going?
It's a telephone. I think the police can take over from here.
What do you mean?
Well, for your information, Mr. Packard, Agnes Carter was strangled with a pair of football laces. Or didn't you know? Well, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Shayne.
We'd like to see Professor Brill.
Well, I think he's busy right now.
He telephoned for us to come right over.
Oh, then I'll tell him you're here. Just a moment, please.
All right.
You know, Michael, I don't like this case. There's something fishy about it somewhere.
Yeah. Fishy as an aquarium. It's too blamed simple.
Then you don't think Gil Packard did it?
No. Oh, we had to arrest him. Circumstances were too strong. But, you know who our man is.
Who?
Handsome face. That Quincy bird.
What?
Shh, quiet.
You can go right in.
Oh, thanks. Come on, baby.
Mr. Shayne, Miss Knight, I'm glad you could come.
Quincy here's been pestering me for one solid half hour.
Yes, Mr. Shayne, you've got to clear Gil. He didn't do it.
You know who did?
Well, no, but I'm sure Gil is innocent. Why, I've roomed with him for 2 terms now, the most popular boy on the campus. He's a swell fella. He wouldn't do such a thing. And besides, I was with him most of the evening.
But he did break training and wanted to lie about it.
Oh, he was just scared.
Oh, my, the whole thing is most regrettable, most regrettable. I anticipate a very unfavorable reaction among our regents and alumni.
Well, Quincy, I don't see that there's much that can be done. Oh, Gil will be given a fair trial.
Mr. Shayne, almost anybody could have killed Agnes. She had plenty of enemies. The girls didn't like her. The boys got 2 times. She had a Messalina complex.
Is that bad?
Psychological double talk, Michael. It means a lady wolf.
Agnes went for one boy after another. The minute she knew he was in love with her, she'd throw him over to show her power. Gil was just another one. Any of those boys might kill her, or one of the girls. Jean Winters, for instance. Anybody might.
Pardon me. Professor Brill, this special delivery letter just came.
Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, you needn't wait.
Yes, Professor Brill.
Yes. Oh, excuse me while I see what this is.
Yeah, sure. Well, if it's as you say, Quincy, everybody on the campus is in this. I think I'll let the local police handle it.
Oh, my. This is frightful.
What's wrong?
Mr. Shayne, read this letter.
Professor Brill, I told you couldn't stop me, even from murder. Nobody can outwit me, least of all that wolf-brained detective you've hired. You'll be hearing from me again. That's all. It's unsigned.
Well...
Now you'll believe me, Mr. Shayne. Gil is innocent.
Maybe not. Gil could have mailed this letter before we arrested him to make it look like the work of your peeping Tom.
Well, what do you propose to do now, Mr. Shayne?
Go home, Professor.
What?
Yep. Yeah, I don't feel like playing blind man's buff any longer. Yeah, the local police can take over.
But, Mr. Shayne...
I'm sorry.
I should remind you, Mr. Shayne, your fee was dependent upon catching this peeping Tom, who is now a murderer.
That's okay, Professor. At least I can say I've been through a college. You coming, Phil?
Oh, yes.
Oh, by the way, Professor.
Yes.
Could you tell me who is the most popular girl on the campus?
Let me see now. Claire Fisher won the last popularity contest. Why?
Oh, nothing. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Mike? What are we stopping for? Do you leave something back at the hotel?
Honey, have you seen the new Cary Grant movie?
No.
Well, you're going to. In fact, you're going to see it 3 times today.
Are you kidding? I thought we were headed for the city.
That's what I want everybody to think. Let's go. Come on, baby. The theater's right across the street. Until 9 o'clock tonight, it's you and me in the dark and cozy. Pretty good,
Pretty good. With Cary Grant. Oh, look, my dear Mr. Shayne, do we have to keep walking around the same block all night? Mike, let's stop a minute.
I tell you, it's going to happen. I feel it in my bones.
Oh, I still say nobody's going to pull 2 murders 2 nights running. Besides, I just can't see how you figure a nice boy like that Quincy could possibly...
You wait, sugar, you wait. If I've guessed right, and I think I have, it's going to happen right across the street in that same sorority house.
I see. You and the gent sat down over a cup of tea and decided it all, I suppose. Hey, isn't that Quincy coming along the sidewalk?
And Miss Jean Winters.
Carrying tennis rackets. Must have had a night game.
Hello, Quincy.
Oh, Mr. Shayne. I thought you'd left.
Well, we were delayed. Just taking a last stroll around the place. Well, how are you tonight, Miss Winters?
All right, thank you.
Have a good game?
Oh, all right. I don't like playing at night.
She says she can't see the ball under the lights.
I have enough trouble hitting it in the daylight.
I know what you mean. I have the same trouble.
Oh? Do you play, Miss Knight?
Oh, I used to, a little. I don't get a chance very often now.
Come on, Quince, let's go.
Just a minute, Jean. Is there anything I can do, Mr. Shayne?
No, thanks. We're just taking a last look at the campus.
Listen, Quincy, if you're going to restring these rackets...
All right. Well, goodbye, Mr. Shayne. Miss Knight.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, honey. This is it.
What? Michael, are you in a trance? Staring at the stars like that?
Come on, baby. We got to get going.
What's the matter?
I think I know how Miss Claire Fisher is going to be killed if we don't get there first. There. That's Claire's room, the lighted window, third to the right.
On the ground floor?
Yeah.
May I ask, Mr. Shayne, how you knew which was her room? Or shouldn't I mention?
More research, honey. I checked it before we left this afternoon. Now keep in the shadow of these bushes. We don't want anybody to spot us.
How do you know Claire is going to be the one to be killed?
Just a hunch, honey. Figuring it from his angle.
Look, our light just went out.
Okay. Now look. We've got to get across that stretch of lawn without being seen. If we muff this, it may be the end of Claire.
You say when.
All right. Now, aim for that big bush under the first window.
Yeah.
Then work along the building to her window. You all set?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. We made it.
Yeah.
All right, stick up.
Huh? It's a cop.
I got you covered. No funny business.
Quiet.
So it was two peeping toms, huh?
Listen, officer, please. You've got us wrong. I'm the detective, Michael Shayne.
Oh, yeah? You left town this afternoon,
But wait a minute.
and you're leaving for the station right now.
Michael, somebody's at Claire's window.
Yes, come on. We got to get in there.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, but officer, look. A girl's going to be killed.
Oh, yeah? Ain't that interesting?
Oh.
Okay, you asked for it. Oh, come on, Phil, quick.
Yeah. Michael, he's gone in the window.
Hey, you, come back.
Now, you get that cop and come running. I'm going in this window.
Oh, watch out, darling, please.
All right, Quincy. Up with the hands.
It's dark in here, Mr. Shayne. You can't see me. But you'll feel me. Oh, why, you... Oh, you... No, you don't. No, you haven't got me yet, Mr. Shayne. Oh, here. That's what you... Here. Here's a sample of my Sunday punch. Oh. All right, come on, open the door.
Michael, are you all right?
Yeah. I'll let you in. Wait a minute.
Hey, what's going on here? Come on, turn on the light.
Yes, yeah. Here we are, officer. Oh, Michael, you're hurt.
Oh, brother. Did he give me a Swedish massage?
And Claire. Oh, look.
Oh, saints. You wasn't kidding me. Another murder.
No, not quite. I can feel her heartbeat.
Strangled. With what?
Tennis strings, baby. Tennis strings. Well, officer, you'd better clamp the bracelets on Mr. Quincy Baldwin. Huxley's most brilliant student is coming too.
Yeah, thanks to you, Mr. Shayne. I am the most brilliant student. The rest are sheep, fools.
Seems to me you have a rather extreme way of proving the point.
Girls didn't like me. I was too brilliant. The boys were jealous of my brains, even Gil. The Peeping Tom. They reacted just as I wanted them to. I started it just as a game to watch the sheep react, an experiment in psychology.
Experiment in murder, you mean?
It was easy. And Gil was such a fish. I helped you, Mr. Shayne. I even risked my neck. There was the thrill of danger. But you didn't catch me, Mr. Shayne. You just blundered onto it, you stupid man.
Well, hardly, Quincy. You see, you made a couple of slips. You were the only boy that the Peeping Tom picked on. And then you were so helpful to us. You didn't come directly to meet us at the clock tower. You took a few minutes out to kill Agnes.
Michael, how did you know you'd try to kill Claire tonight?
His ego. You remember when I asked Professor Brill who was the most popular girl?
Yes.
Well, that was it. Gil, the most popular boy. Claire, the most popular girl. You couldn't resist that, Quincy.
I still say you're stupid.
Yeah? Well, it could be. But you'll be wearing the dunce cap, Quincy, when you sit in the gas chamber. Oh, what's that, honey? Another bill?
No, my duck.
Just a little check from Huxley College. It's our fee, remember?
Oh, yeah. Say, by the way, did you graduate from any other college?
Of course not.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good.
Why?
Well, colleges give me an inferiority complex. That stuff about thermal diffusion and kinetic, what do you call them? That's no place for a dick.
Oh, well, it's all right, Michael. I like you just the way you are.
Oh, you do, huh?
Mm-hmm. Besides, you're intelligent, and that's what counts in the long run.
You wouldn't change me,
Well...
Well, what?
Well, you might take your feet off the desk.
Huh? Oh, why, certainly, Miss Isotope.
Why, thank you, Mr. Isotope.
Michael Shayne, Private Detective, stars Wally Mayer and Kathy Lewis. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
The fists were coming at me from both sides now. I was bouncing back and forth like a ping-pong ball. The room was starting to spin. I swung wildly a couple of times, got nothing but air. Then something hard smashed into the side of my head, and I went down on my knees. I tried to get up, but a size 13 shoe connected with my chin, and then all the lights went out.
The New Adventures of Michael Shayne, Private Detective. Michael Shayne, reckless, redheaded Irishman, is back again in his old haunts in New Orleans. This is your director, Bill Russo, inviting you to listen to another transcribed episode, which we call The Case of the Deadly Doe.
Come in. Come in. Must be hard to hear. What's the matter? Didn't you... Huh?
Okay.
Hey, look, why the hush-hush routine?
Thought I heard a noise down the hall.
Noise? So what?
So maybe I was being followed.
Oh, look, little man, let's start from page 1. Who would...
You, Mike Shayne?
Yeah, who are you?
They call me Wichita.
Who's they?
Skipper. I got a job for you, Shayne.
You know, that's the first thing you said that makes sense.
I'll give it to you fast. I haven't got much time. Here.
What's that, the key to the city?
The key to a baggage locker down at the Canal Street station. You'll find a little black suitcase in it. Take it to this address on Bienville Street in the French Quarter. It's an empty room. Leave the suitcase in the room and come back here.
Well, go on. What else?
That's all.
You mean all I do is pick up a suitcase and take it to an empty room in the quarter?
You catch on quick. There's a chance you might be followed. If so, shake them at the depot, huh? I'll wait here in your office and pay you when you come back.
That sounds simple enough.
It is.
So simple, I'm wondering what the hook is.
There's no hook.
And why you don't pick up the bag yourself.
Look, Shayne, I got $50 waiting for you. Does that answer all your questions?
Yeah, I guess it does. $50 just for doing what you said, huh?
$50. But it's worth it to me, Shayne. Believe me.
I left Wichita sitting in my desk chair and went down to the Canal Street station. He was right. I was followed for a while, but I didn't get a decent look at the guy. Anyway, I shook him before I got to the depot. I looked up locker number 1245, the number on the key. Suitcase was in it, all right. A small one. Bienville Street, where I was supposed to leave the suitcase, was only a couple of blocks away, so I walked. I hadn't been in the French Quarter for about a month, but it hadn't changed. It never changed. I could hear one of the last chimney sweeps in existence giving his pitch. Pretty soon I spotted him carrying a bunch of straw on a rope, looking very dignified and very dirty. I was in front of a grocery store now, and almost at the address Wichita had given me. I stopped and looked around again to make sure I'd shaken the guy who'd been tailing me. Then all of a sudden, there was something hurtling down through the air at me. I dove for the street just in time. There's a tin bucket tied to a rope. Another custom in the quarter. I looked up. Sure enough, on a third-story balcony was a worried housewife.
Please excuse me, sir. I did not see you. I wanted to go, sir.
Okay, what did you want?
It's Dr. Soup bag out.
Okay.
Joe, a lady wants some soap powder. And Joe came bustling out of his store and plunked a box of soap powder in the bucket, which the woman hauled up to her balcony. Efficiency. Well, the rest of the trip was uneventful. I found the room. It was empty. I left the suitcase there and went back to my office. Well, Wichita, just about the easiest 50 He was still sitting in my chair, his head over to one side. There was a split-lipped grin on his battered face. Wichita had been beat up. It must have been quite a beating, because he was very dead.
In a moment, we'll return to the new adventures of Mike Shayne and the case of the deadly doe.
Well, maybe someday I'll learn that easy money always carries a hook with it. The easy money in this case was the $50 a little character named Wichita offered me to go down to the depot, pick up a small suitcase, and leave it in an empty room in the quarter. Yeah, that was the easy money. But the hook was coming back to my office and finding Wichita dead. And it had happened very recently. I turned and started for my office door to take a look outside.
In a hurry, Shane?
Inspector Lefevre.
Take a look around, Dykes.
Okay.
Been entertaining, Shane?
Yeah, I was holding open house. He decided he wanted 2 lumps with his teeth. Now, look, Lefevre, this is one you couldn't pin on me with an ice pick.
Am I trying?
You will.
Yeah. Customer of yours, Shane?
Why?
It's Wichita, all right, Inspector.
Hey, wait a minute. You know this guy?
Wichita? I used to have a sort of a speaking acquaintance with him. But it was always pretty one-sided.
Well, who is he? What is he?
Shane, you ever heard of a guy named Dan Bascom?
Dan Bascom? What? Name's sort of familiar, but I can't...
Happened a long time ago, 31. Dan Bascom held up a bank in Baton Rouge. Big job. Almost $100,000 in currency.
Well, what's that got to do
We
with...
always thought there was another guy in on the job with Bascom. Ed Ferris. We could never pin anything on Ed. We had enough on Bascom to send him up in 32 for 20 years.
So you got a good memory, Lefevre. I still don't
There's only one little thing wrong with the case, Shane. We could never get Bascom to tell what he...
Oh.
That makes a dent, huh?
Why should it? Maybe this other guy, what's his name, Ed Ferris, got the dough.
That I doubt. I think it's still floating around somewhere.
Well, where did Wichita fit into the deal?
He was an old friend of Dan Bascom's. You see, Dan got some time off for good behavior. He was released last Friday and just sort of dropped out of sight right away.
You think Wichita had the dough?
I think Bascom told Wichita where to find the dough, told him to get it and bring it to him.
Yeah, that's an interesting theory, Lefevre. Where does it get you?
It gets me around to you, Shane. What did Wichita want you to do?
Run an errand.
That's all you want to say, huh?
Right now?
Yeah. Okay. But I think you're making a mistake. You'll be bucking big league opposition in this deal, Shane.
So?
So Wichita here got hit by a pitched ball. Could happen to you.
Maybe Wichita was standing too close to the plate.
Maybe. Just one more thing.
Yeah, I know. Don't leave town.
Yeah.
Inspector, you keep telling me that. I never do I? A couple of minutes more, and they finished up and took Wichita away. I could hardly wait till they left, because I had just 2 things on my mind. One was the little black suitcase I'd taken to that room on Bienville Street. The other was what was in that suitcase and the reward there'd be for it. I sat there a few minutes after Lefevre had gone, and then I started for the door. This must have been open house day after all. Standing outside my door with a worried look on her face was a very pretty woman. She must have been in her late 30s, but she hadn't lost a thing.
Mr. Shayne, could I talk to you a minute?
Ordinarily, there's nothing I'd like better, lady, but right now I'm in a hurry. Maybe you could come back a little...
Please, I'm Zoe Bascom.
Huh?
Dan Bascom's wife.
Oh. Come in.
Thank you.
Now what's...
Mr. Shayne, where's Dan?
How would I know?
I don't know. I thought you might. I knew Wichita came here to see you, and I
Wichita's dead.
Dead?
Yeah. Murdered.
Then I'm right. The trouble's starting all over again. Mr. Shayne, you've got to find Dan, make him give up this whole thing.
Now, look, I think you better start at the beginning, Mrs. Bascom.
I'm sorry, Mr. Shayne. I know I shouldn't get so upset. Except it's just that I've been waiting for 16 years. And now it'll start all over again.
What'll start?
I married Dan just before he was arrested. All this time I've stuck by him. All this time, 16 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, when you love someone, time isn't so important.
Yeah.
I went to see Dan as often as they let me, and each time I tried to get him to give up the money because I thought they might let him out sooner if he did. He paid the price for taking that money, Mr. Shayne, 16 years out of his life. I wanted for us to start over again when he got out. Without that awful thing over his head. He wouldn't listen to me. He wouldn't ever listen to me.
Oh, look,
He's out again, and I haven't even seen him. I don't know where he is, except he's probably after that money. He said he'd get in touch with me later. Mr. Shayne, it'll start all over again. I know it. The trouble, the fear that money's toted with it. I can't stand it. I couldn't go through it again. I just couldn't.
Look, Mrs. Bascom, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can get your husband to give up the money.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Shayne.
Well, I guess the thought of that woman waiting 16 years for her husband sort of rocked me back a little. And anyway, it occurred to me that she and I both wanted the same thing, to get the dough away from Bascom, although for slightly different reasons. She left after that, and I hot-footed it back to the room on Bienville Street. The suitcase was still sitting on the table where I'd left it. I started toward it, then I stopped.
Don't move, mister. Don't look around.
Okay.
Who are you?
Shayne. Michael Shayne.
Oh, the boy Wichita hired.
Which? You might be Dan Bascom?
Yeah, I'm Dan Bascom. The one guy you don't want to see, Shayne. But I'm awfully glad to see you.
What are you talking about?
Got any particular prayer you're fond of?
Prayer?
Start on it. You're going to die pretty soon.
Hey, look, what is this? You mind telling me just why?
Because I've been through too much to miss out now. To be double-crossed by some two-bit punk of a private eye.
Double-crossed? I don't know what you're talking about.
Open that suitcase.
Huh?
I said open it.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
It's empty.
In a moment, we'll return to the new adventures of Mike Shayne and the case of the deadly dough.
It all started when a little character named Wichita offered me $50 to pick up a black suitcase at the depot and leave it in an empty room on Bienville Street in the French Quarter. I did, and came back to my office to collect the 50 from him. Wichita wasn't in a position to pay off anymore. He'd been beaten to death. Inspector Lefevre came in about then and told me Wichita was a friend of Dan Bascom, who'd just been released from prison after serving 16 years for a $100,000 bank robbery back in 1931. It seems Dan had never told anyone where the dough was. Of course, about that time, I had my ideas, most of which concerned that little black suitcase. So I went back over to the room on Bienville Street. But this time, it wasn't empty. Dan Bascom was in it with a gun.
Shayne, you got just one chance to go on living. Tell me where that dough is.
Oh, look, I tell you, I don't know anything about it, Bascom.
Shayne, I've waited 16 years. 5 minutes more is too much. What'd you do with the dough?
Oh, get smart, Bascom. If I'd taken the dough, do you think I'd have come back here to this room? Either somebody came in and emptied the suitcase after I left it here, or it was empty when I brought it.
Well,
matter of fact, I remember thinking it felt a little light when I picked it up down at the depot.
My. I guess what you say adds up, Shayne. You'd have been a dope to come back here again if you'd taken it.
You'd take a lot of convincing, Bascom.
So, it turns out the one guy I thought I could trust crosses me.
You mean Wichita? You think he took it?
Yeah.
Is that why you killed him?
Huh?
Wichita got knocked off a couple hours ago. You could have done it.
A couple of hours ago, I thought Wichita was my friend. I didn't kill him, but I got a pretty good idea who did.
Who?
Never mind, Shayne. I'll handle this my way.
Now, look, Bascom, your wife came to see me just before I came over here.
Zoe? Why?
She wants you to forget the dough. It spells trouble to her.
It always has. Zoe's a good kid, Shayne, but she's been trying to tout me off that dough all these years. I've never taken her advice, and I'm sure not going to take it from you.
Well, Bascom, I guess I didn't really think you would.
Yeah, Zoe means well. When I wind up a couple of odds and ends and get the money, I'll get her and we'll get out of the country. And I think after a while she'll get used to the idea of us having dough. Might even quit spelling trouble to her. Well, you're a lucky guy, Shayne.
Lucky?
Yeah. You're going to walk out of here alive. You know, start walking.
Well, I was glad to oblige. I went downstairs and out on the sidewalk. It was just getting dark. I started walking. I was wondering what Dan Bascom was going to do next. My guess was he was going to head for Ed Ferris, the guy who'd been in on the robbery with him, but who'd beaten the rap. And then a couple of minutes later, a stocky gent fell in step beside me.
Got a light, Mac?
A light? Yeah, I think so. Hey.
Know what that is in your ribs?
Yeah, it's a police-positive .38 with a silencer.
Smart boy.
What's the idea?
See that car across the street with the big guy behind the wheel?
Yeah, why?
Let's head for it. 3 of us are going to take a little ride.
Where to?
Oh, now you don't want me to spoil the surprise, do you? Come on, get moving.
We drove across town and pulled up beside the service entrance to an apartment house. The 2 muscle men hustled me up the back stairs into one of the apartments. There was a guy sitting there looking out the window. A pretty trim-looking individual with a very innocent face, except for the eyes. Those, I think, he must have borrowed from a rattlesnake.
Here he is, Ed. Okay.
Ed, huh? Ed Ferris, maybe.
Maybe.
Do you mind telling me why these 2 gentlemen of yours gave me the rush up here?
You know why, Shane. Where is it?
Where's what?
The dough, the $100,000. Where is it?
Funny, Ferris. I was just getting ready to ask you that.
The worst you get, you're lucky. Now, let's not clown around.
Ed, you want Rocco and me to muss them up?
Not yet, Al. Look, Shane.
I don't know where the dough is.
Shane!
Get straight. The way I got it figured, you or your trained SEALs here knocked off Wichita and got the dough from here.
It'd be awfully hard to prove. About who killed Wichita, I mean. As far as my having the dough, I haven't. But I'm going to get it, because you're going to tell me where it is, right now.
Look, how can I tell you if I don't know?
Just to refresh your memory, Shane. Al here followed you from your office when you went down to the depot.
Ah.
But he lost you. I think Wichita took the thing there. The dough.
But the suitcase was empty.
Yeah, sure.
Well, look, why don't you get Dan Bascom to tell you? I think he's looking for you.
Very funny. If Dan's looking for me, he doesn't tell me where the dough is. Anyway, it'll take him some time to find me. It'll be too late. I'll have the dough by then. Because, like I say, you're going to tell me what you did with it.
Look, for the 14th time, I don't know where...
Man, you don't seem to understand. I've waited a long time to find out where that dough is. Never could get Dan to tell me. Half that dough is mine. I've waited so long, I just figure now that all of it's mine. So don't try to stall anymore.
You're the one who doesn't understand. Can't you get it through your head I don't know where the money is?
Okay, Al. Rocco. Start now.
I'll drive a right to the big ape Rocco cut me under the ear and drove me back against the wall. I tried one of my own on him. He only blinked his eyes. They both came at me now, and they were one too many. This started coming at me from both sides. Pretty soon I was bouncing back and forth like a ping pong ball. The room was starting to spin. I kept swinging, but was getting nothing but air. And then something hard smashed on the side of my head. I went down on my knees. I tried to get up, but a size 13 shoe connected with my chin, and all the lights went out. About 2 months later, it seemed like, the darkness started to fade a little. I started wishing it wouldn't, because I felt like one big bruise. Then I could make out that I was lying outside in an alley. There was someone bending over me.
Still alive, right, Shane?
Am I? How can you tell, Inspector?
Well, you're lucky.
Sure.
Well, cheer up. You might have solved the murder for me. The hard way.
Yeah? Look, if I'm in line for a medal, I'll trade it for an ice bag. Whose murder?
Wichita. You're carrying the same trademarks on your face he had. Only I guess you're a little more rugged than he was.
3 cheers for me. It was those 2 trained SEALs of Ed Ferris's.
Yeah. Al and Rocco. We got a net out for him. It won't be long. We're also looking for Ed Ferris.
Try his apartment. I just had a delightful evening there.
We did. It's empty. But we'll get him before long. Well, looks like that's the case, Shane. Ferris had his boys knock off Wichita trying to get Bascom's dough. They didn't get it. They tried you next.
Well, then they still don't have it, Inspector.
You don't have the dough?
No.
You sure?
What do you want, an affidavit? I said no.
Okay. Shane, like I told you, you're bucking big league competition. You're lucky you just got struck out. Drop it now while you're still breathing.
You know, Lefevre, for once I'm agreeing with everything you say. I am going to get out. I'm beat. I dragged myself back to my office and took a look in the mirror over the washbowl. I could have sold what I saw in that mirror for 4 bits a pound at any meat market. I patched myself up a little and slumped down in my chair. And then it occurred to me that this was the way Wichita had been slumped over in that same chair, and I know a little of how he must have felt just before he... Then I saw it. A little shiny metal thing wedged into a crack on the inside of my desk down low. I pulled it out. It was another baggage locker key. It was like a shot in the arm. Suddenly I felt almost alive again. I went back to the depot and found locker 1247, the number on the key. Yeah, there was another suitcase in this one. I opened it just a crack, and it was full of dough. As I stared at it, I couldn't help feeling just a little sorry for Dan Bascom. Then I closed the suitcase, started out with it, but I didn't get far.
Hello, Shane.
Harris.
Yeah, keep walking.
Now, look,
Lefevre picked up my boy, so it looks like I'll have to do my own work from now on. You know, Shane, you almost had me fooled. I didn't think anyone could take a beating like that and still not talk.
Look, you won't believe this, Ferris, but I didn't know where the dough was then. Where are we going?
There's a car outside. You're going to drive. I'm going to sit beside you. I head for Claiborne Avenue and out of town. I'll direct you. We're going out into the country.
Ferris wasn't kidding. We went way out in the country. After a while, he motioned me onto a side road. Pretty soon, we pulled up in front of a little house standing all by itself in a clump of trees. There was a light in the window. We got out of the car and went into the house. And standing there in the front room...
And you fool, why'd you bring him here?
Well, Zoe Bascom, the loyal wife.
Fool, you of all the places
There's
to
nowhere
go.
else for me to go, Zoe. They're looking for me in town. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. We've got the dough right here in this suitcase.
You got the money?
Right here in this suitcase, Zoe.
Wait at last. What about Dan?
Will you
He's
quit
out...
worrying about Dan? Time he figures out about us that we've got the money, we'll be long gone.
Don't be too sure of that, Ed.
Dan!
Drop it, Ed. Drop the gun. That's fine.
Now, look, Bascom.
Shut up, Shane. I'll get to you later. Now just stand there real quiet, the three of you. I got a couple of things to say before I start shooting.
In a moment, we'll be back with a thrilling climax to tonight's Michael Shayne adventure.
Well, there we were, the 4 of us. Dan Bascom with a gun in his hand and murder in his eyes. Zoe white-faced, nervously rubbing her hands together. Ed Ferris with a sickly grin and me with no grin but sick.
So all this time, Zoe, it's been you and Ed. All this time.
No, Dan, it's not. I swear, Dan, it's not true. You got it all wrong.
You got the wrong idea, Dan.
Shut up. You're going to die, both of you.
No. Danny, no.
Don't be a fool, Bascom. You don't know what
Get
you're
your hand away from that gun.
You don't stand up.
Ed. Ed.
No more Ed, Zoe. Tough. No more boyfriend. No more Ed.
Sure it was Ed and me. Ed and me all the time. All the time just waiting to get our hands on that money. Sure, what did you think? That I was waiting for you?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You fool. Ed and me. The money was going to be ours. I loved him. And you killed him, you fool!
She stood there with her eyes blazing, and I saw his lips twitch and his fingers start to tighten on the trigger. I dove for him, but he was too quick. He clipped me with a gun barrel, and I went down. Then I heard the gun go off. I twisted my head around. Zoe was sagging slowly to the floor, but her expression never changed. Hatred. Pure, venomous hatred. Dan stared hard at her for a moment, and then he looked down at me.
You lied to me, Shane. You had the dough all along. You're next.
Now, wait a minute, Bascom. I didn't have the dough. It was in another baggage locker. I guess Wichita knew he was being followed by Farris's boys, so he figured out a way to throw him off.
What do you mean?
He sent me after an empty suitcase as a blind. Then I guess he was going to get the real one later and bring it to you. When he saw Farris's boys coming after him in my office, he slipped the second key down into a crack in my desk. I found it there just an hour ago.
So, Wichita really was on the level with me. Well, it's something to know, I guess. I had one friend.
Hey, you paid an awful big price to find that out, Bascom.
Yeah, I paid big. 16 years locked up, a wife who turned rat, and this is what I got for it. A suitcase with $100,000. Not too hard a bargain.
Yeah, it's worse than that.
Better than nothing?
No, it isn't, Bascom.
What do you mean?
What you got is nothing.
Shane, you trying to tell me the dough isn't in that suitcase?
Oh, it's there, all right. Take a look at it.
Hey, what are you
Go
trying?
ahead. Yeah. Take a good look.
I've forgotten.
You robbed that bank in 1931, Bascom. They were still using the old large-size bills in those days. Well, you'd forgotten about that. A couple of years later, they changed the size of the currency. Started printing smaller-size bills.
That stuff here, it's...
You'd have just about as much luck passing Confederate, though, Bascom. He just stood there, stunned, like a pulled steer. For a moment, his guard was down. I knew this was my chance. I lunged for him, and this time I didn't miss. His gun went flying, and he crumpled over on the floor and lay still. I started for the phone to call Inspector Lefevre, but just then he walked in the door.
Bodies, all the time bodies.
Yeah. Only one of them will come to in a couple of minutes. You can get the story from him.
I'll be all ears.
I know. Now, look, just one more thing.
Yeah.
Okay, if I leave town now.
This is your director, Bill Russo, again. Our story is based on characters created by Brett Halliday. The music is composed and conducted by John Duffy, and Michael Shayne is portrayed by Jeff Chandler. The New Adventures of Michael Shayne is a Don W. Sharp production, transcribed in Hollywood and distributed exclusively by the Broadcasters Guild.
Look, doll girl, I've got to know what goes. Last night, someone ran me down. Later on, they killed an old man who tried to tell me something. My nerves are like radar, and they're sending out all kinds of danger signals. I'm on somebody's list. Whose list, doll girl? Come on, give.
The New Adventures of Michael Shayne, Private Detective. Michael Shayne, reckless, redheaded Irishman, back in his old haunts in New Orleans. Ready as always to risk his neck for law, order, and an occasional dollar. Listen now as we bring you The New Adventures of Michael Shayne.
Hello.
Michael Shayne, Private Detective.
Speaking.
Mr. Shayne, I have a job for you, but I can't pay you very much.
Keep talking. I'm listening.
My name is Marina Laour. I want you to come over to 1612 Wentworth Street. I meet you on the porch.
On the porch?
Yes, that is why I call you. My father has locked all the doors and windows. He's in the house, sitting in the dark, waiting.
Waiting for what?
For death, Mr. Shayne.
Now we return to New Orleans and a new adventure with Michael Shayne.
So I was on my way across New Orleans to see Marina LaRue, whose papa was waiting for death. 1612 Wentworth Street was a couple of minutes by cab in ordinary times, but these were not ordinary times, so it was taking me a half hour to walk it. Yeah, this had been a bad month for little Mike. Police headquarters had suspended my license for 60 days for being a stunk. But even stunks have stomachs and creditors. And that last buck in my wallet was so lonely it was getting psychoneurotic. So, license or no license, I wasn't letting Marina LaRue get away. And just like she said, she was waiting on the porch, and she was some baby doll. Creole from way back and round and ripe like a cantaloupe busting its seams. Only I'd been living on shredded wheat and canned milk for so long, all Marina LaRue meant to me then was ham and eggs and pork chops and maybe pie a la mode.
Mr. Shayne.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm half out of my mind. I don't want to call the police if nothing is really wrong.
Hey, slow down, you. Your father's inside the house?
Yes. He has been in there for the last 8 days. Just sitting in his room in the dark. Like I said, waiting for death.
What's the matter? Is he sick?
No. He's as healthy as you or I. That's why I don't understand. Tonight, he won't even let me in the house. He has locked all the doors and the windows. I don't know what to think.
Well, I think we ought to tap a brick against one of those windows and have a talk with Papa.
Yes.
Yeah, but first I ought to tell you that I break windows and talk to papas who wait for death for something more than the sheer joy of it. For something like $20 a day. You understand that, of course.
I told you I'd pay you.
Okay. I always like to begin business on a friendly basis. Now, where's that brick? I broke the window, reached in and unlocked it, and then slid over the sill. The house was as black as a mug of GI coffee. I found a light switch and clicked it back and forth, but nothing happened. And I let the girl in through the front door. Come on in. What happened to the lights?
I don't know. And where is Papa?
Yeah.
Papa! Papa!
I started lighting matches, and we wandered through the house.
Papa, where are you?
A single flare of light cast crazy shadows against the walls and the ceiling.
Papa!
You got the screwy feeling that the house itself was alive and watching you. Except for our footsteps, there wasn't a sound.
Papa, where are you?
Oh, my error. Yeah, there was a sound, all right, coming from the next room down the hall. I felt a nerve deep down inside me start jangling like a burglar alarm.
Papa!
I knew that sound like I know my heartbeat. We were at the door of the room. I struck another match, and the girl saw.
Papa! No. No, Papa! No, Papa! No.
He was hanging like a pig in a butcher shop, tied to the chandelier. His head lolled on his shoulder, and his eyes stared up into nothing at all. Then suddenly the girl's sobbing ended, as though somebody had clamped a hand over her mouth. When she spoke, she sounded like a stranger.
Strike another match. Hold it close to him.
Wasn't one look enough?
Strike the match.
Okay.
His forehead.
Yeah. Funny mark. Looks like a brand or something. A coiled snake.
I should have known. I should have known. That's why he was so frightened. That is who he was waiting for. Anthony Carrell.
Hey, kid, snap out of it. Hey, what's wrong with you? What are you talking about? Who's Carrell?
Carrell? I didn't say. I didn't say.
Hey!
Call the police. Tell them my father committed suicide. And then go away.
I did what the lady said. I called the cops, collected my $20, and beat it. Because if the police found me working without a license, they might send me to bed without supper. With $20, I was once again a man of distinction. So I took a cab downtown. On the way, I debated whether to sample Antoine's elegant crawfish or Galatoire's savory bouillabaisse. And I settled for Charlie's hash and beer. Charlie was an ancient, moth-eaten character who kept a basement bar on Beale Street just so he'd have somebody to talk to. And there weren't many customers tonight, and he stayed close to me, polishing the mahogany and looking annoyed.
New Orleans. How quaint.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what they said. How quaint.
What are you talking about, Charlie?
Tourists I'm talking about, 6 of them. Came down a while back from Peoria, they said. Just looking, they said. How
All right,
quaint.
pour me another one, Charlie.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Quaint they think this is. I should have told them how my place used to be. But the cockfights we had right there in the center of the floor by candlelight. And the 12 ladies from Natchez doing the can-can. Peoria.
Charlie.
Huh?
Did you ever hear of anyone named Anthony Carrell? Charlie, I'm talking to you.
I heard you, Shayne.
Well?
You better stick to looking through hotel transoms and forget Anthony Carrell.
Why?
Because it's something out of the past. Something that hasn't got any place in this world.
What are you talking about?
You see, according to the story, there's something special about Anthony Carrell.
Special?
Yeah? He ain't like you and me, Shayne. You see, Anthony Carrell ain't never gonna die.
That tickled me. Oh. I finished my drink, waved goodbye to old Charlie, yelled something about getting Carrell's formula and putting Perona out of business, and then I was on my way. The air was better outside, and I decided to walk. It was a nice, quiet street. Great place to start a cemetery. As it turned out, I was just the kid to start one. I didn't hear the car behind me. All I saw was the cab on the next corner. cab driver was leaning against the open door waiting for me. I stepped off the curb and a couple of headlights. Then I was rolling on cobblestones, watching a red tail light disappear in the distance. Next thing, the cab driver was bending over me.
You okay, Pally?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Hey, take me home, will you?
That sure was close.
No, I just got careless crossing the street.
Careless? I was watching, Pally. That car followed you for maybe 2 blocks, waiting to get a chance at you.
Huh?
Yeah. Somebody in this town don't like you very much, Pally.
The cabbie drove Pally home. Between my evening of hilarity and my nosedive in the gutter, I felt kind of rocky. As soon as I got in the room, I flopped down in bed and bid the world good night. But the world wasn't finished with me. Yeah. Oh.
Mike, this is Charlie.
Oh, yeah, Charlie.
Listen to me, boy. Something funny's going on.
Yeah, funny.
They're trying to scare me. But old Charlie's been around too long to scare.
Good for old Charlie.
You come on over, and I'll tell you what they're up to, boy.
Yeah,
You
sure.
come on over right away.
Okay.
You know where I bunk? In the room behind the bar. Just knock on the front door. I'll let you in.
Yeah.
Get here quick as you can.
Sure. Sure, Charlie. Sure. The last thing I saw before I fell asleep again was the luminous green dial on my bedside clock. 3:47. It said 10:20 when I saw it again. The room was lousy with sunshine. I was brushing my teeth and trying to avoid my reflection in the mirror when I remembered Charlie calling me. I found the phone number of his joint in the book, and I called him. Only it wasn't Charlie who answered.
Yeah?
I want to speak to Charlie.
Who is this?
Just let me talk to Charlie.
Sorry, mister. Charlie isn't here.
Where is he?
They took him to the morgue an hour ago. He's dead.
Now back to New Orleans to the new adventures of Michael Shayne.
From the beginning, it hadn't made much sense. Marina LaRue calling me to break into her father's house. Him hanging from the chandelier with a snake brand on his forehead. And now old Charlie dead. Well, I went down to the morgue. The attendant took me to the basement to where Charlie was on a table. Lieutenant Burns of headquarters was just taking a peek.
Nasty, redheaded?
Yeah, neck's a bum sheep for a butcher knife. What's that on his forehead? Looks like a brand, like a coiled snake.
I probably banged his head. It's nothing.
You want to bet, Lieutenant?
Say, look, Shayne, what are you doing around here? You're not forgetting that your license is suspended.
A guy can get in here without a license. Look at Charlie. All he had was a license to sell bad booze.
You're not doing any work for anybody?
No, I'm just keeping in training.
Come on, be a good boy, Redhead. You've only got a couple of weeks to go. Then it'll be legal for you to start bothering us.
Burns, tell me about Anthony Carrell.
Who?
Sometimes called the Deathless One.
Oh, my back. Don't tell me that's going around again.
Well, what about him?
That's what I love about this town. No matter how modern it may look on the outside, underneath it's still a jungle. Still dancing to voodoo drums.
Voodoo?
Yeah, every so often some scared sucker comes in and whispers in our ears that Anthony Carrell is still alive and terrifying the countryside. When we ask him for one teeny little bit of proof, the little sucker vanishes in a puff of smoke. Anthony Carrell. Oh, Redhead, you can do better than that.
Yeah, when I got outside on Jackson Street, it did seem kind of silly. But what was so silly about that car trying to run me down last night? What was so silly about Charlie under a white sheet in the basement of that morgue? Oh, I had enough questions in my head to start a quiz show, but not enough answers to win a yo-yo. I knew a good place to ask questions, though. And I had to start asking questions fast. Something was happening, something big, and it was happening to me. I took a cab out to the brownstone house on Wentworth Street where all this began. Come on, you're going to have to open up sometime, baby doll.
Please, go away, Mr. Shayne.
In a little while, Marina, honey.
Please,
I'm in mourning. Have some respect.
Sure, I'll take off my hat. Inside.
What do you want?
Why are you so scared?
I'm not scared.
Tell that to the little nerve in your cheek. It's twitching overtime. Look, I want to know about Anthony Carrell.
No, please, no.
Yes, please, yes.
Mr. Shayne, I was rather glad when I saw you coming up the stairs.
Yeah?
Yes, really I was. I have had trouble forgetting you, Michael.
Dog girl, turn off the warm water. I'd love to, but I can't. How about Anthony Carrell?
Why do you bother with something that does not concern you?
That's just it, dog girl. It concerns me clear up to here. Last night, somebody tried to run me down. Later on, they killed an old man who wanted to tell me something. Look, I've been in this business a long time. My nerves are like radar, and they're sending out all kinds of danger signals. I'm on somebody's list. Oh, I'm not one of those storybook detectives, dog girl. I've got to know what I'm fighting.
I cannot help you.
You've got to.
No.
Okay. Mind if I use the phone?
Who are you calling?
The Daily Bulletin. I got a pal working in the city room. I'm going to tell him Marina LaRue of 1612 Wentworth Street says Anthony Carrell was responsible for the death of her father.
Can't.
Bulletin? Let me speak to Fraser in the city room.
To give me the phone?
No.
Oh, you can't do this. They kill me.
I'm fighting for my own neck, honey. Hello. Hello, Fraser. This is Mike Shayne. Please. Yeah, I think I got a story for you.
I tell you.
Goodbye, Fraser. Okay, Doctor. Give.
Yes. I tell you. And you go out, try to do something about it, the way men have done for 100 years. And if they find you at all, they find branded into your flesh the coiled snake. The mark of Anthony Carrell. Just as they have found it on all the others.
Who is this guy, Anthony Carrell?
You have heard of Madame Lorette?
Madame Lorette. Sure, wasn't she supposed to be some kind of big shot in the voodoo racket around New Orleans?
She was the voodoo queen more than a century ago.
Yeah?
In the 1820s, she married another voodoo worshiper. A man already old, who'd come to New Orleans from Haiti. He was the greatest of them all. His name was Anthony Carrell.
And this guy who's causing all the trouble today, he's his descendant, huh?
Descendant, you fool, don't you understand? It is the same man.
But that couldn't be.
Why do you think we are all in such terror of him? He cannot die. Do you know what that means?
Hey, take it
He
easy.
cannot die. His food has been poisoned. Cars he was riding in have been shot at. Once the house he was staying in was dynamited. Men stood at every door with guns. But in less than a week, the plotters were dying one by one. And on their foreheads, the snake brand of Anthony Carrell.
That's crazy.
That is the story, Mr. Shayne. Believe it, don't believe it as you wish.
What does this big shot look like?
No living man has ever seen his face. There are no pictures.
And who takes care of him?
The Carrell clan, one generation after another. Today, there are only two left. Juan, Philippe. They do Anthony Carrell's work. Collect his tribute.
Juan and Philippe. Where do they live?
I don't know. I have told you everything I know. What else do you want, Mr. Shayne? What else do you want?
What else do I want? A little while ago, you said you had trouble forgetting me.
Well?
Come here, doll girl. I don't want you to forget it. After I left Marina, I went to the library and spent half the day looking up the old history books of New Orleans. Madame Lorette and Anthony Carrell were in every one. And every book agreed that Madame had died in 1845. There was no mention of Anthony Carrell ever having died at all. I called an old guy I knew over at the Bureau of Records. I told him I was looking for the death certificate of one Anthony Carrell. He laughed over the phone, asked me if I was falling for that old story. But 3 hours later, he called me back. Yeah?
Shayne, this is the Bureau of Records.
Well?
You were right. There is no death certificate for Anthony Carrell.
I had a couple of drinks after that. Then I started walking the streets. My head throbbed. Felt like a guy trapped in a nightmare, trying with all his might to wake up out of it. Around midnight, I found a small park near Jackson Square and sat down on a bench trying to think of an answer.
May I sit down, Mr. Shayne?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, how come you know my name?
Oh, you are a very famous man, Mr. Shayne. Known particularly for your tenacity. Cigarette?
Thanks. What do you want?
Mr. Shayne, it's very unfortunate that you saw fit to interest yourself in Anthony Carrell.
Oh? Why?
Because now I must kill you.
I felt the bullet smash against me. But at first there was so little pain, that same crazy feeling of maybe it's a dream came back. I lunged for the guy, trying to get hold of his gun hand. It was like wrestling with an octopus. He was soft and wet-skinned and a neat little fella. He even wore cologne. It was slipping out of my reach. I jumped up and started running. Said the first prayer that came to my mind, Catholic, Hebrew, Episcopalian, who cared? I saw a row of shrubbery and dived in. And that bullet had been real, all right. My side was beginning to ache like a whole mouthful of sore teeth. My friend with the gun came so close to the brush I could smell his sweet, stinking cologne. I remembered a couple of other prayers. Something must have worked. A siren started sobbing the blues far off, and the guy beat it. He climbed into a little black coupe parked at the curb. Pulled away, but he was playing it very safe. There was a long stoplight at the corner, and he waited for every second of it. A nice, law-abiding, perfumed young man. There was a parking lot half a block down the street. I ran for it. As I ducked in, I saw the light on the corner change. The black coupe go down Canal Street. I hopped into the first car and turned on the ignition. A sleepy-eyed attendant came out of a little shed, and I kicked the starter.
Got your ticket, mister? Hey, come back! Come back!
I wasn't so law-abiding. I went down side streets like somebody lit a fuse. Yeah, just like in the movies, except my side hurt, my shirt felt sticky and warm, and I was sick to my stomach. When I was sure no cops were following me, I cut back to Canal Street, and pretty soon I saw the black coupe again, still obeying all the laws. Now we're on the outskirts of town, along the wharves that reached out into the Gulf. The black coupe picked up speed. I picked up speed. Oh, it was a long ride through little country roads that stretched through the bayous. Once I managed to slip my hand into my shirt. Made the happy discovery my wound felt a lot worse than it really was. Yeah, and I had another good break. In the dashboard compartment, I found a pint of bourbon that had hardly been touched. Oh, I touched it good. It was almost as fine as a blood transfusion. And then before I knew it, the black coupe had turned into a driveway. I went on a few hundred yards, pulled up onto some trees, and turned the lights off. It was a battered, weather-beaten farmhouse, standing all by itself in the middle of nothing. The windows were boarded up. Everything about it said nobody home except the black coupe. I snuck around the back. The screen door was open. I walked across a porch and almost knocked over a row of milk bottles. I tried the back door. The door was open. Oh, no, I wasn't having any. You didn't have to be a quiz kid to know what this setup was. I started back across the porch. I reached the screen door, and then I stopped. The only sound in all the world was a mosquito buzzing like mad in the darkness. Hey, Shane, where you going? Oh, I realized I'd said that out loud. Kind of giggled to myself. I rubbed my head. It was hot. That bullet hole. Maybe I was already getting delirious. Yeah, but where was I going? Back to little New Orleans? For what? The cops wouldn't listen to me. To them, I was just a big-nosed redhead out for a quick buck. And my sweet-smelling friend had slipped up twice now. I went back to town, he'd come after me again, and he was just about due for the jackpot. Oh. Well, there was no place to go except inside the house. I picked up one of the milk bottles. Me and my homogenized blackjack. I went back to the door. Pushed it open. Went into the kitchen. Everything dark. I could just make out some dishes on the sink. The place smelled of bad, greasy cooking. Then I found another door. Now I was in a short hallway that led to a flight of stairs. Not a sound at all. Oh, I'd even been glad to hear that mosquito. Stairs. Started up a step at a time. Slow, easy. Slow, easy. And when I was close to the top, there was something about the darkness that looked wrong. Real close to me, I smelled sweet cologne. I spun around and started down the stairs fast, but it was all wasted. At the foot of the stairs, a cigarette glowed in the dark. I was boxed in real nice. The guy downstairs spoke first.
So this is Mr. Shayne, Juan. Yes, this is him, Philippe.
Juan and Philippe. The brothers Carrell. And where is old man Anthony?
You have come for Anthony. Well, he is in the last room at the end of the hall, but I don't think you will reach him. I think you are going to die on those stairs. Keep coming up the steps, Mr. Shayne.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. How's this? Look out! I lunged at him. There was a swirl of cologne. I brought the milk bottle down hard, and Juan crumpled on the floor, nice as you please. Behind me, I heard Philippe coming up after me. I raced down the hall. I tried the first door. Locked. The second door. Oh, locked. The third door was unlocked. I opened it and slammed it shut behind me. I snapped the lock. Oh, friend Philippe was at the door breaking through. I did the first thing that came to my mind. I picked up a chair and smashed it through the window. And then I ducked into a corner as the door flung open. Philippe came into the room holding his gun. He headed straight for the broken window. He stood looking out of it into the darkness for a long time.
Won't get away, Mr. Shayne.
His back was to me. I started for him. My side was throbbing again. My throat was so dry you could have struck matches on it. Something must have warned Philippe. He started turning around. I brought the milk bottle down hard. He staggered, fell to his knees. Got up and started clawing at my legs. I went into a deep purple fog. When I came out of it, Philippe was very quiet. The milk bottle was broken into 1,000 pieces. I sat down on a chair. I felt about as peppy as a Florodora girl. And then I remembered. Anthony Carrell, the man who couldn't die, was down the hall. I went over to Philippe and dug around until I found his gun. He groaned a little bit, but that's all. I went back out into the hall. The last room at the end of the hall. I started toward it. Then in front of the door, I saw Juan.
I will not let you in this room.
He wasn't able to stand up. He was on his knees in front of the door, and his mouth hung open as though he didn't have the strength to close it.
For 5 generations, he has been our strength. With him, we've been able to rule everyone. I will not let you destroy him.
Then I saw the gun in his hand. I saw him try to raise it. I shot 3 times. He collapsed in a heap. Even while dying, he wasn't going to let me into that room. As I reached for the knob, with his last strength, Juan flung his arm up and wildly tried to block me. What was there in that room that a guy would die like this just to protect? I reached for the knob and raised my gun. I entered the room, slowly, looked around. Then I realized why Juan and Philippe had tried so hard to keep me out of here. Then I realized why Anthony Carrell would not die, why he could not be killed. There was no Anthony Carrell. The room was empty. Yeah, that was the story of Anthony Carrell. He'd lived and died in his own time just as any man. But the Carrell clan, knowing the power of fear, had made it appear that the old man was still alive and kicking. Oh, I wonder how many people go through life being afraid of empty rooms. Well, as soon as I got back to town that night, I went to the emergency hospital and had myself pasted together. Then I called on Marina LaRue. I told her all about Anthony Carrell. When I finished, she didn't say a word. Just came over and looked at me a long time, and she kissed me. After a while, I began to realize that trip to the hospital was wasted. Marina was so much better than penicillin. There he was, squinting down the gun barrel at my throat. I was wishing I'd taken Lefebvre's advice and kept out of the whole deal. Then I saw his fingers start to tighten on the trigger, but all I could do was stand there, helpless, knowing that in one more second, death would be flying my way.
The New Adventures of Michael Shayne, Private Detective, starring Jeff Chandler. Michael Shayne, reckless, redheaded Irishman, is back again in his old haunts in New Orleans. This is your director, Bill Russo, inviting you to listen to another transcribed episode, which we call The Case of the Phantom Neighbor.
Okay. 1:15. Great time to be caught. Hello.
This Michael Shayne?
Yeah, who's this?
Anne Griffin, Mr. Shayne.
Anne Griffin?
Yes, that's right.
Who
No, we've never met before. You don't know me, and I don't know you. I'm in apartment 23 at the Bryant Arms, and I'm sitting here all alone.
Oh, well, look.
They tell me I'm pretty, Mr. Shayne. They say I have a nice personality.
Huh?
I wear clothes well. I can play the piano a little.
What?
I dance, swim, ride, play golf. All in all, I guess I'm a rather desirable person, Mr. Shayne.
Look, so you're a real peachy kid. Do you have to wake me up in the middle of the night to tell me about
I've
it?
an awful lot to live for, haven't I, Mr. Shayne? I have a boyfriend named Tom and a car and everything a girl could want. Isn't that fine? Isn't that just fine? Aren't you glad for me?
Look, maybe you know what this is all about, but believe me, I don't. Unless it's someone's quaint idea of a joke.
A joke? Yes, I suppose it is a joke. A big one. Shall we both laugh together, Mr. Shayne?
Oh, now look, let's both be calm. All I want to know is one simple thing, one little tiny thing. Why did you telephone me?
I picked your name out of the book. Wasn't that nice of me, Mr. Shayne? Because now you're lucky. Just think, you'll be the first one to know.
Know what?
I just killed a man, Mr. Shayne.
In a moment, we'll return to the new adventures of Michael Shayne and the case of the Phantom Neighbor.
Well, I thought I'd heard just about everything, but when a bitter young lady named Ann Griffin telephoned me at 1 a.m. to tell me she just killed a man, I felt like I'd just been slapped in the face with a wet towel. I pulled on my clothes and beat it over to the Bryan Arms. The door to apartment 23 was unlocked. I went in. Ann Griffin was sitting in a chair, staring at the wall. On the floor at the other end of the room, a man lay face down, dead.
Hello, Mr. Shayne.
Hello, Ann.
Thank you for coming.
Who is he?
Lyle Metcalf.
What happened?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's dead. Dead.
No, get hold of yourself, Ann.
Guess I killed him. I didn't want to do anything like that.
Ann, cut it out.
Yes.
Now, look, I don't know what you expect me to do, but there's nothing I can do except call the police.
Mr. Shayne, you probably won't believe this. I couldn't blame you, but deep inside I can't believe I killed Lyle Metcalf. I can't believe it.
Now, look, Ann, I want you to tell me everything that happened. Don't leave anything out.
I'll try to start from the beginning. This is Lyle Metcalf's apartment. I came to see him tonight.
He your fiancé, a boyfriend?
No.
Or... I see.
He sent for me, and I had to come.
What time did you get here?
About 11. Lyle insisted I have a drink with him, and I did. And then I started to feel very strange, sleepy and dizzy. I told him I wanted to walk around and get some fresh air. He didn't want me to leave. I did anyway.
You think there was something in the drink?
Well, there must have been.
What time did you leave the apartment?
Oh, maybe 20 minutes after I arrived.
Yeah, that'd make it about 11:20. Okay, then what?
I'm not sure. I was in sort of a daze. I just wandered around up one street and down another.
Now, look, try to remember what you did.
I can.
Did you see anyone? Talk to anyone?
Wait a minute. Yes, the coffee shop. I went in. I had a cup of coffee.
Where was it?
I don't remember.
Oh, fine. Anything else?
Yes, there was a man. He told me his name. I can't remember it. Jimmy, or something like that.
You talked to him?
He talked to me. He followed me for a while, and I just kept walking. And then I didn't see him anymore. I came back here.
You don't know who he was or where he is, huh?
No.
Oh, great.
I think... Oh, it's no use.
I'm beginning to think you're right, Ann, but let's have the rest of the story. You came back here to the apartment.
Yes, it was a little before 1.
You're sure of that?
I think I remember looking at my watch.
You think? Look, Ann, you've got to do better than think.
Well, I'm trying. I had a splitting headache.
Yeah, sure, no. All right, go ahead.
I opened the door and I walked in. That's it.
What do you mean, that's it?
Well, that's the last I can remember.
What?
Yes, everything just sort of went black. Then after a while, I realized I was lying on the floor with a gun in my hand. There in front of me was Lyle. He was dead.
Well, I don't know what to say, Ann. That's not exactly a convincing story.
I know.
Hey, wait a minute.
What is it?
Look, did you telephone me as soon as you realized what had happened?
Yes, why?
You called me at 1:15. You probably didn't black out for more than a few minutes. That'd make the time of death not more than half an hour ago. But Metcalf looks to me like he's been dead considerably longer than that.
What do you mean, Mr. Shayne?
I don't know. Maybe nothing. Ann, turn your head to the side a little.
Huh?
Turn it.
What?
That's it.
What's the matter?
Sort of a welt behind your left ear.
Well, what? Oh. Yes, there is.
Any idea how you collected that?
No. Well, I told you I had a splitting headache while I was wandering around the streets. I think I remember stumbling and falling once, but I'm not sure.
Well, it's just my luck to get mixed up with you, I guess. Of all the private detectives in New Orleans, you had to call me.
What do you mean?
I mean, I could easily qualify for Cluck of the Year for doing what I'm about to do.
I don't understand you.
It's not surprising. I'm not sure I do either. Well, come on. I'm going to report it to the police, and then you and I are going to try and find one of the people who saw you wandering around.
Oh, but Mr. Shayne...
Yeah, I am. I'm just soft enough to hope there's a chance you didn't kill Metcalf after all. Sure, I should have had my head examined. But I called police headquarters, and then Ann and I started out. And it was a losing proposition. We wandered around for a while, and she did find the coffee shop where she'd been before. But according to the gent there, she only stayed long enough to discover that she didn't have a nickel with her, and then she beat it again. Which meant she had an alibi for exactly 1 minute of those 2 hours. We kept on a while longer, but I could tell none of the streets looked familiar to her.
I guess it's no use, Mr. Shayne. I don't remember anything around here. I think we might as well go back.
Yeah.
I want you to know how much I appreciate your help anyway, Mr. Shayne.
If you could only remember more about this gent Jimmy you say was following you for a while. The guy who wanted to make a date. What did he look like?
Sort of tall and thin, I think. I know, Mr. Shayne. I know it's not enough of a description to give you 1 chance in a million of finding him. What's the good of talking anymore?
Look, Ann, before we go back, I want you to try just once more. Is there anything you haven't told me? Have you left out anything at all?
I don't think so. At least, not that I can remember.
Well, okay, Ann, let's go back. We went back to the Bryant Arms, and neither of us was very talkative on the way. I opened the door to apartment 23, and we went in. Metcalf's body was still on the floor, but the chair right beside him was now occupied.
Hello, Shayne.
Oh, hello, Lefevre.
This Ann Griffin with you?
Yes.
This is Inspector Lefevre of Homicide, Ann.
Yes.
That private eye badge getting a little heavy for you?
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe we could give you a lift and take it off your hands.
Now, look, Lefevre, I reported the murder, didn't I?
Yeah. And then you and Miss Griffin here decided to have an evening on the town, maybe.
Please.
Look, Lefevre, I was just
I'll
trying...
save it, Shayne. I want to question Miss Griffin first, but I'll get back to you again. You can count on it.
Lefevre questioned her, and she told him the same story she'd given me. About that time, the coroner arrived, and they took the body away. Finally, Lefevre motioned to Sergeant Dykes to take Ann to headquarters. She got to the door with him, then she stopped.
Goodbye, Mr. Shayne.
Goodbye, Ann.
Thank you for everything.
Okay, Shayne, now let's have it.
Let's have what?
The reason you thought you had the right to start running this case.
Oh, look, Lefevre, I wasn't trying to run the case.
No, of course you weren't. You just waltzed off with the chief suspect, that's all, but you weren't trying to run the case. You weren't interfering with the police at all.
Now, look, don't try to pin anything like that on me. I reported the killing, I haven't withheld any evidence, and I brought your suspect back.
Yeah, and you beat your deadline by exactly 5 minutes.
My deadline?
I had a warrant for your arrest in front of me. Next time I'll sign it, remember that.
Okay, Lefevre, okay. So maybe what I did wasn't smart, but I think Ann's innocent.
Yeah.
Well, sure, her story sounds a little weak, but I think she's telling the truth.
A little weak. Shayne, a gentle breeze would blow that story over and nothing flat.
But that part about going into coffee shop's the truth. I talked to the guy.
Oh, sure you did. She's got an alibi for 1 minute out of 120.
And this guy who followed her, if we could find him, maybe...
Shayne.
Look, what was the time of the death?
We think between 11:30 and midnight.
But she said he followed her for quite a while. Maybe it was for that half hour. Maybe
there was no Jimmy at all, Shayne. I think you're wasting your time.
Look, Lefevre, I don't get hunches often, but I've never had a stronger one than this.
Well, don't try to do business on hunches, Shayne. You'll go broke fast.
I tell you, Ann's innocent. I'm going to prove it to you.
Where is he? Where is the policeman?
Well, I guess you mean me, sister. Who are you?
I am Suzanne. Lyle Metcalf, the one who was murdered. He was my man.
Yeah?
I saw them take his body away. They told me what had happened.
All right, take it easy.
It was she who did it, that woman.
What? Ann?
How do you know?
I knew she was coming to see him tonight. I waited outside. I watched her. She was coming to see my Lyle. I saw her arrive. Then she came outside and down the street, but 5 minutes later, she came back.
You're sure about that?
Of course I am sure. She went back into the apartment. She did not come out until the policeman brought her out a few minutes ago. She killed him. She killed my Lyle.
All right, Shayne.
Look,
Like I say, you've been wasting your time.
But maybe there's still a chance.
No soap, Shayne. It was a nice try, but you just lost yourself a client.
In a moment, we'll return to the new adventures of Michael Shayne in the case of the Phantom Neighbor.
In
all started when a girl named Ann Griffin called me over to Lyle Metcalf's apartment a little after 1 a.m. There was Metcalf dead, and Ann pretty hazy as to whether she'd killed him or not. I tried to sell Inspector Lefevre on the possibility that Ann was innocent. About then, the dead man's girlfriend, Suzanne, came barging in and said Ann had only been gone from Metcalf's apartment 5 minutes instead of 2 hours, all of which cut the ground right out from under my feet. Well, I left and started back to my office, but I hadn't gotten very far before a very rugged-looking guy collared me.
Just a minute, Shane.
Who are you? And get your hands off of me.
Okay, Private Eye, open up.
I said get your hands off me. Who are you, anyway?
Tom Harris. Ann Griffin's my girl.
Well, so I still don't see where you get off shoving me around.
I want to know who put you up to it. Who's paying you?
What are you talking about? Paying me for what?
For hanging this frame on Ann.
Frame? Are you by any chance talking about the Metcalf killing?
You know that's what I'm talking about, and the way it looks to me, somebody hired you to drag her into it.
Oh, get this, Harris. I've spent most of the night getting my neck in a sling with the cops while I wandered around with your girlfriend trying to find an alibi for her, because I believe she was innocent.
Huh?
Right up until a witness told us Ann was lying. So I'm in no mood to listen to you sound off about something you don't know anything about.
Hey, wait a minute. You were trying to help Ann.
What did you think I was doing, trying to see how mad I could get the cops at me?
Well, look, Shane, I guess I got a couple of things wrong.
And I guess you have, brother, so if you'll just get out of my way before I...
Well, I'm sorry. I guess... Well, the whole thing has sort of knocked me for a loop. Hey, wait a minute. You said something about a witness contradicting Ann's story?
That's right.
Why, I can't believe it. I can't... Ann would...
The trouble is, Harris, right now the cops do believe it.
Mr. Shane, I don't know what Ann was doing in Metcalf's apartment. I don't intend to ask her. But I do intend to stick with her.
Yeah, I think you better. Because it looks very much like Ann's going to need all the support she can get. I left him standing there looking slightly sick. And I went home to bed. I was going to forget the whole thing. Matter of fact, I spent the rest of the night trying. I tried right up until the time I walked into Lefevre's office at 9 a.m.
Now, Shane, don't tell me that you still
Look,
think
Lefevre, all I want to do is ask a couple of questions.
Okay. Ask.
Who was Lyle Metcalf, and what did he do for a living?
He was a gambler. Incidentally, he was killed with his own gun.
Oh? Well, who did he run around with?
Usual crowd. Eddie Zernial, a couple of lesser lights.
Eddie Zernial, huh? Nice boy.
Yeah. Rumor is that Metcalf had been pretty lucky lately.
Winning big, huh? Anyone know who he'd won from, or whether he'd been able to collect?
No.
Well, look, maybe that could have something to do with it. Maybe somebody paid off Metcalf with a slug instead of dough. Someone like Zernial.
Well, it's a pretty theory, Shane, but it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that Ann Griffin's our number one suspect.
Okay, but maybe you won't mind if I sort of nose around a little.
Still wasting your time, huh? No, I don't mind.
Thanks, Lefevre. Just put it down. I happen to have a little time to waste. My first stop was at Eddie Zernial's, Metcalf's gambler friend. Zernial was alone at his desk with a polite smile on his face and a coin in his hand.
Call it, Shane.
Heads.
Tails.
Tails it is. Lyle Metcalf got himself killed last night, Zernial. Or maybe you already knew that.
Call it.
Tails.
Heads. I read the paper, Shane.
Metcalf a friend of yours? Heads.
Tails. You don't call him so hard, do you?
Maybe I'll get better. I asked you if Metcalf was a friend of yours.
I already told 2 cops he was. So I'll tell you, too. Metcalf was a friend of mine. That make you happy?
Heads.
How can you be so wrong so often, Shane? Tails.
Metcalf owe you dough, Zernial, or was it the other way around?
I owed him, though.
Oh?
Yeah. 2 bits. That sound like a good reason for killing him?
Tails.
Well, you're consistent, Shane. You call him wrong every time. Maybe that means you should quit trying to call him at all. Get it?
Yeah. On the other hand, maybe it means you should quit using that second coin you've been hiding in your hand. Get it? Well, aside from a lesson in coin flipping, I'd gotten nothing from Zernial. I went over to Metcalf's apartment and wandered around for a while. Just about to give up and leave when it hit me. I'd been in his bedroom, and all of a sudden I realized I'd been staring out the window. What was outside was a narrow air shaft, and 4 feet away was another window.
The apartment on the other side of the building that backed up to the air shaft. I stared across the shaft, but there was no sign of life in the other apartment. I beat it down to the manager, but it got me nothing. The apartment had been vacant for 3 weeks. Well, about then, my head was feeling very bruised from the stone wall treatment. I started down the hall of the apartment house, turned the corner toward the front door, and ran right into Lyle Metcalf's girlfriend, Suzanne. Well, what are you doing around here, Suzanne?
Why, I live here.
Here, in this apartment house?
What is wrong with that?
Nothing. What apartment do you live in?
26. Now, I must go. Get out
26.
of my way.
That's around the corner from Metcalf's apartment.
Why?
Incidentally, there's something I wanted to ask you about the story you told Inspector Lefevre last night.
I have nothing more to say.
You told him you've been watching Metcalf's apartment all evening. Where were you watching it from?
Oh, let me
Where
go.
were you?
My apartment. Now, let go of me.
Oh, no. You can't see Metcalf's apartment from yours.
No, I mean it was from the street.
Oh, no soap, Suzanne. The cop on the beach said there was nobody outside.
I mean that I...
Yeah, you were lying, Suzanne.
No, I tell you, I saw her.
You're lying. You weren't in any place where you could watch Metcalf's apartment.
I say, let go of me. You have no right.
I've even got it figured out why you were lying. You knew Ann was coming to see your boyfriend. You got jealous. You figured you'd try to hang it on her if you could, right?
I have nothing more to say to you.
Lefevre.
Shane, you're a big bully.
Look, did you hear what Suzanne just admitted, Lefevre? She was lying when she said Ann was only away from Metcalf's apartment 5 minutes.
Yeah. You probably caught her off guard with all that fast talk of yours and the bluff about the cop on the beat.
Well, then that ought to prove
it proves Suzanne was lying, Shane, that's all.
But just...
Shane, look, Ann still doesn't have any more of an alibi for those 2 hours than she did before. Now, if you can turn one up, good. I'll give it a listen. But don't bother coming around unless you can.
All of which left me no better off than before. Obviously, the only alibi Ann could possibly hope for was the tall, thin gent, Jimmy, who'd followed her around for a while trying to get a date with her while she was out walking. But I'd realized a long time ago that the odds against finding this Jimmy were just about 1,000,000 to 1. So by the time I got back to my office and pushed open the door, I couldn't have been feeling any lower. I started for my desk, but the chair was already occupied.
Well, you're Shane, aren't you?
Yeah, who are you?
Name's Jimmy.
You believe in making yourself at home, or... Hey, wait a minute. Let's have that again?
I said my name's Jimmy.
Oh, no, it just couldn't be.
Sure. I'm the guy who followed Ann Griffin around the streets last night.
Well, I'll be... So I break my neck trying to find you, finally give up, and you walk right into my office.
I read in the papers what the girl said about a tall, thin guy named Jimmy following her around. She's right. It was me. So I thought I'd better show up, help her out.
Hey, look. You have any idea how long you were following her around?
Sure. From a little after 11 till past 12.
Are you sure about that?
Sure. I'd stop her and talk to her a while, and she'd start walking again. I finally gave up. I figure when it's that tough to get a date, it ain't worth it.
From a little after 11 until past 12. Yeah, that does it.
Does what?
It covers Ann for the time of the killing. Oh, brother, you don't know how glad I am you dropped in. Because you've done a lot more than just help Ann. You've saved her life. Jimmy and I headed for police headquarters. He told his story to Lefevre, and 20 minutes later, Ann was out of jail. Her boyfriend, Tom Harris, called for her, and it looked like my job was just about over.
Come on, dear. I'll take you home.
Never mind, Tom. I'll just get a taxi back to my apartment.
Look, it's late.
Please, Tom, I'd just rather be alone for a while.
Oh. Well, sure, Ann. Okay.
Mr. Shayne, after everything you've done for me, saying just thank you is so inadequate. Thank you.
Sure.
You probably think I'm a prize heel, Shane, for acting the way I did after Ann was arrested.
I can understand how you felt, Harris.
You know, I'm really not such a bad guy when you get to know me.
Oh, glad to hear it.
And if there's anything I can ever do, well, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'd kind of like to get back to my apartment. I'm just a little tired. Goodbye, Mike, and goodbye.
So long, Ann. Tom put her in a taxi, and then he got in his car and drove away. I just stood there in the shadows, feeling tired, being glad that Ann was in the clear. I was just about to start for my car when a black coupe passed by, going slow. It looked like the coupe was following Ann's taxi. The guy in the coupe was Jimmy, the witness who'd cleared her a few minutes ago. All of a sudden, I got a real shaky feeling about Ann. I got in my car and followed Jimmy. He pulled up in front of Ann's apartment and went inside. 2 minutes later, I followed. I climbed the stairs, went down the hall, and stopped in front of Ann's door. I could hear voices. Then I heard Ann say, "It's all I've got right now." I opened the door fast. There were Ann and Jimmy, and Ann had some money in her hand.
What are you doing here?
Well, Well, so it's payoff time, hey, Ann?
Oh, Mr. Shayne,
Congratulations, baby. You had me fooled, but good.
I know what you're thinking, but you're
You
wrong.
really made a sucker out of me. So you're the one who owed Metcalf dough. You killed him, then hired Jimmy here to be your alibi.
That's not true. You've got to believe me. No.
Look, baby, it doesn't matter whether Shane believes you or not. He's checking out as of now.
Huh?
Yeah. I got a real nice setup here, Shane. You and nobody else is going to spoil it for me. This gun is going to make sure you don't. Right now.
In a moment, we'll be back with a thrilling climax to tonight's Michael Shayne adventure.
Well, there I was in Ann Griffin's apartment with Jimmy, the bought and paid for witness, squinting down the barrel of a gun at me. I was wishing I'd taken Lefebvre's original advice and kept out of the whole deal. I saw Jimmy's fingers start to tighten on the trigger, but all I could do was stand there, and then... Hey, what happened? Somebody shot Jimmy.
Mr. Shayne, the door behind you.
Huh?
Tom!
Yeah. Tom.
Wait a minute. I don't get it.
I was trying to tell you, Mr. Shayne, it's Tom. Tom is the killer.
What?
I just found out a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, now look.
She's right, Shane. My dear little Ann is right.
So you're the one who owed Metcalf the dough, Harris.
I didn't know that then, Mr. Shayne. When Metcalf called me, he told me Tom was in trouble with him and I could help by coming to Metcalf's apartment. But then when he put something in my drink, I knew I had to get out of there in a hurry.
Wait a minute. I don't quite get where this guy Jimmy fitted into the deal.
He followed me while I was walking around. That was the truth. But what I didn't know was he followed me back to Metcalf's apartment. He started to leave, but then he saw someone crawling across the air shaft out of Metcalf's apartment.
Namely, me.
Well, I guess when Jimmy read the newspaper the next morning, he could piece together what had happened. He was afraid to try to blackmail Tom.
So instead he got you released from jail so he could blackmail you, huh?
I didn't know what to say when he came to me just a few minutes ago. I thought if I could stall him...
Yes, my dear, and speaking of stalling, there's been a little too much already.
Well, Harris, it was a pretty workable idea, wasn't it? You watched Metcalf's apartment from across the air shaft. When Ann left, you crawled across and killed Metcalf. Then when Ann came back, you knocked her out and put the gun in her hand.
Look, I said there'd be no more stalling.
You know, Harris, you told me a little while ago you weren't such a bad guy when I got to know you.
Don't come any closer, Shane.
You were right. You're a real keen kid. Framing your sweetheart for a murder you'd committed.
Get back, Shane. Get back.
He was still standing in the doorway with the door half open. It was now or never. I dove in low, hit the door, and it crashed into his gun arm. The slug whistled past my left ear. I brought my fist up and connected with the gun. It flew out of his hand and across the room. He turned and ran down the hall. I pounded after him. He went down the stairs 3 at a time and increased his lead. Then just as he got to the bottom and headed for the front door, a foot shot out of the shadows and hooked his ankle. He spread-eagled in the air, came down hard, and lay still. Lefebvre.
Yeah, he was really in a hurry, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had good cause to be.
Well, it just goes to show you, Shane, never hurry. Harris probably got a broken nose right now because of that.
Yeah, that'll be the least of his worries from now on. He's your killer, Lefebvre.
Well, now, that's real interesting. Anything in the way of proof?
Yeah, but why don't you find out for yourself?
What do you mean?
Well, after all, I'm just a guy who's been trying to run the case, interfering with police, and wasting my time, remember?
Oh, now, look,
So
Shane.
just go right ahead.
Shane.
Me, I've got some more time to waste. This time it's going to be in bed.
Shane.
Good night, Dreamboat.
This is your director, Bill Russo, again. Our story is based on characters created by Brett Halliday and written by Bob Wright. The music is composed and conducted by John Duffy, and Michael Shayne is portrayed by Jeff Chen. The New Adventures of Michael Shayne is a Don W. Sharp production, transcribed in Hollywood and distributed exclusively by the Broadcasters Guild.
Before I knew it, my back was against the wall. Jeremiah kept coming slowly. I was watching his hands, and that was my big mistake. Because all of a sudden, he pivoted and swung his peg leg at me. It caught me in the stomach. Down I went. I got to my knees, but this time the peg leg crashed into my jaw. Once, twice, 3 times. The 3rd time was a charm. I went out.
New Adventures of Michael Shayne, Private Detective, starring Jeff Shen. Michael Shayne, reckless, redheaded Irishman, is back again in his old haunts in New Orleans. This is your director, Bill Russo, inviting you to listen to another transcribed episode, which we call The Case of Tahlani's Tears.
Same old stuff. Never anything new in the papers anymore. Oh, well, it's time for dinner anyway.
Hey, Mikey!
Oh, Benny, what's the big idea? Trying to break my office door down?
Mikey, you gotta help me.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Oh, so you're in trouble, Benny. That's news?
Oh, you don't get it, Mikey. This is big trouble. I tell you gotta help me. There'll be something in it for you, too.
Oh, no, not that again.
Huh?
Now, look, Benny, you've been a waterfront drifter for longer than I can remember.
But, Mikey...
So half the time you're getting yourself into scrapes by picking the wrong pocket or listening to the wrong conversation, then you yell for help.
No, this is nothing like that. Honest it is.
The other half of the time you spend making phony pitches to people, namely me.
I tell you, this is on the level, Mikey.
Oh, go on. Will you beat it?
Mikey, listen to me. The tiger shark's after me. If you don't help me...
The tiger shark? Benny, you better lay off that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'll spill it to you, Mikey. It's Tahlani's tears. That's what it is.
Tahlani's tears? Benny, you take a lot of convincing, but I'll try once more. One, I don't care who your girlfriend is or why she's crying. Two...
No, Tahlani's not my girlfriend.
Two, if you don't get out, I'll throw you out.
I tell you, you gotta help me, Mikey. So I did try to con you once or twice, but I'm leveling now, honestly.
Get your hands off of me. Come on, get them off.
Okay, Mike.
Now go on, get out.
But, Mike...
Get out!
Okay. Anyway, just coming to see you here has helped me.
Huh?
Yeah, maybe the tiger shark will lay off for a little while now.
Well, don't start that again.
I'll come back when the heat's off, Mike. Maybe in an hour or two, then we can do business.
Benny, I'm through talking. I'm going to come around this desk and...
Okay, Mike. Okay. But you'll see, Mike. Be careful what you throw away, huh?
What?
So long, Mikey.
Careful what I throw away. Tahlani's tears, tiger shark. That boy better get himself on the wagon and stay there.
Mike!
Benny! Benny, what? Benny.
Mikey, the tiger shark. Tiger shark.
Hey, Benny. Benny!
In a moment, we'll return to the new adventures of Michael Shayne and the case of Tahlani's tears.
Well, it isn't every evening that a seamy waterfront character comes to my office with a wild story about Tahlani's tears and tiger sharks and then leaves and promptly gets shot. When I sent for the police and told them Benny's story, they couldn't make any more sense out of it than I did. After they left, I sat in my office, fishing the last cigarette out of the pack on my desk while I tried to fit the whole thing together. But none of the pieces were the right shape, so I gave up and started out to get some more cigarettes. Then half a block down the street, a little gent with a face like a chipmunk fell into step.
Good evening, Mr. Shayne.
Who are you?
It's a dark night, Mr. Shayne. I'm afraid of the dark, so I thought I'd walk with you a little. You mind?
Yeah, look, Chuckles.
Not Chuckles, Mr. Shayne. Alex. My name is Alex.
Okay, Chuckles, now beat it.
And Mr. Shayne, you have something which I wish. Please give it to me.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Shayne. Oh, yes, indeed.
Look, I'm in no mood for riddles. Shove off.
Mr. Shayne, I do not think you like me, Mr. Shayne. Nobody likes me, I guess.
I can understand that without much trouble.
But I do have one friend, Mr. Shayne.
Congratulations.
Yeah. He is right here with me. My knife.
And all of a sudden, the knife was headed for my ribs. I brought my elbow down hard, and it hit his wrist just in time. The knife cut through my coat, and the flat blade slid across my back. It was cold. Alex jerked his hand back for another try, but he never made it, because right then my fist landed between those chipmunk cheeks. His knife flew into the street, and Alex bounced off the wall behind him. He shivered a little and started to sag, but as I started toward him, he suddenly darted into an alley and disappeared. So I headed back for my office. I was one bewildered guy. All of a sudden, life was full of surprises. Like the one that was waiting for me in my office. Surprise had black hair, green eyes, and a very red mouth.
Hello, Michael.
Oh. Hello, who are you?
Margot.
Yeah. You know, you're the best news I've had all evening.
Thanks. I hope you'll turn out to be good news for me, Michael.
Look, would you mind telling me why I'm so popular all of a sudden?
You're very good looking.
Thanks, but I'm pretty sure my manly beauty isn't what brought you around.
Michael, did a man named Benny come to see you?
Yeah, why?
What did he want? What did he say to you?
Well, Wait a minute. How come you're so interested in Benny, Margot? Where do you fit into this deal?
Benny stole something that belonged to me, Michael.
Oh, what was it?
I don't know.
Huh?
But I think you have it now.
I have it? Oh, now, look, I've had nothing but double talk thrown at me all evening, and I'm sick of it.
But really, I don't know what it was this man Benny stole from me, Michael. It was a small package, I think.
You think?
Yes. Michael, do you have any idea at all where Benny went after he left here?
Yeah, I got a very good idea. He went to the morgue.
You mean he's dead?
Very.
But how?
Murdered. I don't know who killed him, and I don't know why.
No, maybe I'll never know what it was he stole from me.
Now, wait a minute. I still don't get what you mean by that.
I'll tell you all I know, Michael. It isn't much.
Okay. Hey, look, you get a cigarette?
Uh-huh. Here.
Thanks. Started out to get some a while ago, but I never quite made it.
Here's a light.
Thanks.
Oh, what?
Never seen eyes quite that green in all life.
You're an authority on the subject, Michael.
Well, at times, namely now, I'd like to be.
Oh?
The story you were going to tell me.
Oh. Oh, yes. Well, my father spent his last few years traveling, Michael. Right up until he passed away last month in India.
Oh?
Just before he died, he wrote and told me he was sending something very valuable to me. A man was coming from India with it.
You mean somebody came all the way from India to bring it to you?
Yes, but I was late meeting the boatman. When I reached this messenger, he told me he'd been attacked and robbed.
Well, didn't he tell you what was in the package?
Well, he didn't know the package had been sealed. But some men at the waterfront told me the man who attacked the messenger was this man, Benny. One of them said Benny was coming to your office, so I looked up your address. Here I am. Michael.
Yeah?
That Benny didn't give you anything. You weren't lying to me, were you?
No, I wasn't lying, Margot. Look, in the morning I'll nose around a little down at the waterfront. I can't guarantee anything, but maybe I'll find some crony of Benny's who can throw a little light on the subject.
I hope so. You know something, Michael?
Yeah?
I'm sort of glad I met you, even if it was this way.
You know something, Margot? I'm sort of glad, too. Maybe,
Maybe, Michael. We'll see.
I sat at my desk for maybe 5 minutes after Margot left, trying again to remember if Benny had said anything that might make sense. All I could come up with was Tahlani's tears and tiger shark, neither of which did. So I gave up for the night and walked out of my office. Just as I closed the door behind me, I stopped. Coming slowly down the hall toward me was one of the biggest guys I'd ever seen. On his head was a wool-stocking cap. He had a peg leg, and his voice was like an overworked foghorn.
Well, good evening, Mr. Shayne. Good evening. My name is Jeremiah.
Oh, no, not again.
What's that, Mr. Shayne?
Look, don't tell me I've got something you want.
I don't know about that, Mr. Shayne. Come along, let's get underway.
Huh?
The skipper wants to have a little chat with you.
Oh? Just who is the skipper?
Mr. Sick is his name.
Mr. Sick?
That's right, Mr. Shayne. Oh, he's not really a skipper. That's just a nautical figure of speech.
Yeah, I know. I was once a sea scout. Now, just what does this guy Sick have on his mind?
Mr. Shayne, all I'm to do is navigate you to Mr. Sick. It's up to him to tell you what he has on his mind.
Oh? Well, look, Jeremiah, supposing I decide I don't want to have a chat with Mr. Sick. What then?
Well, Mr. Shayne, with this belaying pin I've got in my hand, I think I could stove in your skull like an eggshell. Then I could trice you up like a furled mainsail and lug you there under my arm.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably could and would. Okay, Moby Dick. Let's go. My king-size escort and I went down to the waterfront and out on one of the piers to a sleek-looking 60-foot cruiser tied up there. We went aboard and down the ladder to a very luxurious cabin. And there was Mr. Sick, who was without a doubt the flabbiest-looking gent I'd seen in a long time.
Good work, Jeremiah. Good work. Good evening, Mr. Shayne.
Hello, Mr. Sick. Would anybody mind telling me what this is all about?
Not at all, sir. Not at all. It's very simple. You have something which I desire.
You know something? This is only the third time tonight I've heard that little refrain. It's getting sort of monotonous.
The difference is, Mr. Shayne, that I intend to be much more persuasive than anyone else.
Oh, now, look, before you toss any polite threats this way, maybe you better tell me just what it is I've got that you want.
Obviously, the tears of Tahlani.
The what?
Mr. Shayne, I seldom repeat myself. I will make an exception in your case. It is the tears of Tahlani which I desire and will have.
Maybe Benny was making more sense than I thought.
Sir?
Skip it. Look, just what are the tears of Tahlani?
Your pretended ignorance amuses me, Mr. Shayne. So I'll indulge it. Tears of Tahlani, as you know, are 6 matched and priceless rubies.
Huh?
Tahlani was an ancient Indian goddess. The rubies were kept in a shrine and guarded by a native priest. That is, until they were stolen.
I see. Now, just where do you come in, Mr. Sick?
Let us simply say that I'm a collector, my dear sir.
Uh-huh.
A determined collector. When there is the air of forbidden fruit involved, my determination knows no bounds.
What do you mean, forbidden fruit?
Oh, legend has it there is a curse on the rubies. The priest who was killed while guarding them told his attackers they would not profit by their sacrilegious theft. It is told he even smiled as he was being killed.
Sounds like a pleasant pastime, robbing shrines.
The initial theft of Tahlani's tears does not interest me, Mr. Shayne. What does interest me is that I have good cause to believe you now have them.
You're just bubbling over with answers, Mr. Sick. Maybe you can give me one about a tiger shark.
An erroneous legend, my dear fellow. Tiger shark is supposed to be a mysterious killer and jewel thief from the Middle East. No truth to the story.
Oh?
Enough of this question and answer game. Rubies, please.
Well, look, this may come as a shock, but I don't have them.
Mr. Shayne, to refer to my previous dissertation on the art of persuasion...
I still don't have them, Mr. Sick.
I do not intend to waste time, sir. The rubies at once.
Look, I can't give them to you if I don't have them.
Must I ask my friend Jeremiah here...
For the last time, I tell you I don't.
Very well. Jeremiah, you may proceed at will.
The big guy started for me. I edged away. I was trying to locate the door out of the corner of my eye. But before I knew it, my back was against the wall. Jeremiah kept coming slowly. I was watching his hands, and that was my big mistake. Because all of a sudden, he pivoted and swung his peg leg at me. It caught me in the stomach, and I went down. I got to my knees, but this time the peg leg crashed into my jaw. Once, twice, 3 times. The third time was the charm. I went out.
In a moment, we'll return to the new adventures of Michael Shayne and the case of Tahlani's tears.
It all started when a waterfront drifter named Benny charged into my office, mumbled something about Tahlani's tears and the tiger shark, charged out, and promptly got himself killed. Well, shortly afterward, a number of people started telling me I had something they wanted. The last of these characters was a Mr. Sick, who told me I had the tears of Tahlani, which were 6 rubies, and that he wanted them. When I told him I didn't have them, he sent his boy Jeremiah after me. Jeremiah's peg leg was harder than my jaw, and I went out. Then after a while, I could hear water lapping against the pier. There I was, lying on hard planks, all except my head, which was held by 2 soft, cool hands.
Poor Michael.
What? Margot.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing here?
I'm afraid I wasn't sure you were telling me the truth earlier, Michael. So when you left your office with the big sailor and came down here, I followed you.
Oh.
Do you want to get up?
No, I don't ever want to get up. I just want to lie here.
You're sweet.
You know, that makes my head feel a lot better. You're the best doctor I've ever had. You got a cigarette?
Still out of them?
Still out of them.
Michael. Get out of it. I don't want you to get hurt anymore.
Believe me, it's mutual, Margot. how can I get out of something I've never been in? Incidentally, you ever hear of the Tears of Tahlani?
Tears of Tahlani? What's that? 6
rubies stolen from a temple in India.
Rubies? I don't understand.
Now, look, that package which your father sent you from India just before he died.
Michael, you think the rubies were in that package?
Yeah, I don't know yet. You know, Margot, you told me to get out of this deal. Now I'm telling you, you better do the same. None of it smells good.
I'm going to get out of it, Michael. If it's those stolen rubies that were in that package, I don't want any part of them.
Well, that's good to hear.
Michael, please. Don't get mixed up in any more of it. Please.
You're so convincing. Okay, baby, I'll tell you what. As of tomorrow morning, we'll both of us forget the whole deal, huh?
That's a promise?
Mm-hmm. That's a promise. After all, there are a lot pleasanter things you and I could concentrate on. Aren't there? Well, as far as I was concerned, that was it. I was through. I went on home. Just as I got there and started down the hall to my room, my landlady's door opened. She came out with a couple of milk bottles in her hand.
Why, Mr. Shayne, what in the world's happened to you?
Huh?
Your coat, there's a button missing and a tear in it. And your face, will you just look at that lump on the side of your jaw?
Yeah, Mrs. Wilkins. Just put it down that I've had a bad night.
Honestly, Mr. Shayne, why don't you find something else to do for a living? Something safe.
You know, I think you got something there. Hey, look, would you mind sending this coat out to be fixed first thing in the morning? I'm going to sleep late.
Sure, you just leave it with me.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll empty the pockets. Fountain pen, wallet, couple of bills. That's funny.
What is?
This cigarette package.
I don't see nothing funny about a package with 2 cigarettes in it, Mr. Shayne.
Yeah, but all evening I was sure I was out of cigarettes. I remember I had a pack on my desk, and I smoked the last one right after Benny got killed.
Benny killed? Mr. Shayne, what are you talking about?
I'm sure I only had that one pack when I got to the office today. Anyway, these aren't my brand. Wait a minute.
Mr. Shayne, what is
Oh, never mind, Mrs. Wilkins. I'll see you later. It had hit me all of a sudden. Benny had grabbed my arm while he was in my office. He'd slipped the cigarette package in my pocket then. And he told me to be careful what I threw away. Yeah, it all made sense now. In my room, I tore the cigarette package apart, and there it was, tucked behind the foil. A little piece of tissue paper. The diagram of a deserted warehouse down on one of the piers, and an X in one corner of the warehouse. I had a very strong hunch about what I'd find at the X. I let myself into the warehouse a little after midnight. It was dark inside. I went to the corner marked by the X on the diagram. There was a little pile of rubbish there. I poked around and I pulled out a small leather case. I opened it and held it up to the window. There were 6 flashes of red. Yeah, the Tears of Tahlani. I stood there a minute thinking of a native temple and a priest who'd put a curse on the rubies and died with a smile on his lips. And then I quit thinking about anything because I heard a sound. Somebody was opening the warehouse door.
You're in here somewhere, aren't you, Mr. Shayne? I'll find you, Mr. Shayne.
Yeah, it was Alex, the giggling knife thrower. He was silhouetted against the open doorway for a second, and then he started slowly across the warehouse toward me. I began circling around to my left. The idea was to try and get past him to the door, and then I stumbled into a crate. A knife plunked into the wood an inch from my ear. Well, at least my boy had lost his sting. I straightened up, and it almost cost me my life. And then I realized Alex probably had a year's supply of cutlery with him. So I started circling again, and this time I didn't make any noise. Finally, I got to the open door and eased outside. But as soon as I hit the pier, something very familiar came flying through the air at me. It was Jeremiah's peg leg. Oh!
Well, now, Mr. Shayne, you shouldn't be trying to leave in such a hurry. There. Oh. This hammerlock ought to keep you nice and peaceful, Mr. Shayne. If you move, your arm will snap like a masthead in a hurricane.
Jeremiah, you...
Don't try to talk just yet, Mr. Shayne. Just get your wind back. Getting hit in the stomach's kind of hard on a man.
Yeah, you're so right.
Jeremiah.
Mr. Shayne is with me, Alex.
Good. I was afraid.
He outmaneuvered you, Alex.
You will please not tell Mr. Sick that, Jeremiah.
So, you and Alex are on the same team. Hey, Jeremiah?
Shipmates, Mr. Shayne. Shipmates. Come on, time to shove off.
To see Mr. Sick again, of course.
Of course.
And with that small package that's sticking out of your pocket, Mr. Shayne, I can tell you'll be a very welcome visitor. Come along.
So I came along. I didn't exactly have much choice. But much to my surprise, we didn't go to Mr. Sick's boat, but to an apartment a few blocks away from the waterfront. Mr. Sick was waiting for us there with a broad, yellow-toothed grin splitting his purple lips.
And now, Mr. Shayne, kindly hand me that leather case.
Okay.
At last. You will be happy to know you've saved Jeremiah's life, Mr. Shayne.
What do you mean?
It was Jeremiah's blunder which lost us the map to your friend Benny.
I don't get it.
We've been on the trail of these rubies for some time. Jeremiah finally persuaded the original thief to give him the map showing him where the rubies were hidden. Then he was careless enough to lose it to Benny before we'd even gotten a look at it.
I see.
I do not tolerate blunders. If Jeremiah had cost us the rubies, he'd have paid with his life.
Well, you tell him I'm very happy for him, Mr. Sick.
Oh, but I do not intend to see him again, Mr. Shayne. Or Alex, for that matter.
Oh, you're quite the cagey kid, aren't you?
A quaint way of putting it, but fairly accurate.
So this jewel thief and killer called the Tiger Shark is just a legend, huh?
Oh, I could see you were not convinced earlier this evening when I told you there was no such person.
Yeah. Well, you don't mind me asking one more question?
Not at all.
What happens to me?
Mr. Shayne, within the minute you will discover that any encounter with a tiger shark is inevitably fatal.
In a moment, we'll be back with the thrilling climax to tonight's Michael Shayne adventure.
Well, there I was in Sick's apartment. I'd handed over the rubies, and according to him, I was about to hand over something else. Namely, my life.
Mr. Shayne, time is a fleeting thing. And right now, it is a luxury which you can no longer afford. Therefore...
Drop the gun, Mr. Sick.
Margot!
Drop it.
Oh, baby, am I glad to see you.
Margot, my dear, I'm glad you got here.
I'll bet you're glad, Sick.
Hey, wait a minute.
I told you to keep out of this, Michael. I was beginning to like you.
Yeah.
Margot, we have the rubies now.
No, Sick. I heard enough to realize you were going to double-cross me and keep them for yourself.
Why, you've got it all wrong, my dear. I wouldn't think of double-crossing you. I was just amusing myself at Mr. Shayne's expense.
Then amuse yourself with this.
Oh, no, Margot, no. Margot!
Don't move, Michael.
So all along you were running the show, Margot.
That's right, Michael.
Sure, I should have figured it. I guess I forgot there are female sharks, too.
Yes, and the pity is you never see a shark's teeth until it's too late. Now I have them at last. I spent a year following this little leather case around the world, Michael. Now they're mine. The rubies, Tahlani's tears. Here, there they are. They're... What?
What's the matter?
Oh, no.
What?
Well, they're paste. Paste! Paste! They're worthless!
She stood there with that beautiful red mouth hanging open. Her eyes riveted on the imitation rubies. The guard was down. I dove for the gun and wrenched it away. She didn't even struggle. She just sort of sagged slowly to the floor. I called the police, and they were happy to take over from there. Well, that's about it. It's been over for some time now, but I can't seem to forget it. Because it's made me think about a lot of things. About a native priest, how he protected his temple's treasures by substituting imitations. How he smiled as he told a killer you can't profit by stealing from a temple. About the real tears of Tahlani, still safe in that temple. And about Margot and her outfit lying, stealing, and killing to get their hands on 6 globs of red paste. Yeah, I've been thinking about all of that. Because, you know, it's occurred to me that there just might be a lesson in it somewhere.
This is your director, Bill Russo, again. Our story is based on characters created by Brett Halliday and written by Bob Wright. The music is composed and conducted by John Duffy, and Michael Shayne is portrayed by Jeff Chandler. The New Adventures of Michael Shayne is a Don W. Sharp production, transcribed in Hollywood and distributed exclusively by the Broadcasters Guild.
gun in his hand didn't waver, and his pale blue eyes stared at me, unblinking, cold, and deadly. Then I saw his fingers start to tighten on the trigger, and I knew that in one more second my last case was due to be closed.
The New Adventures of Michael Shayne, Private Detective, starring Jeff Chandler. Michael Shayne, reckless, redheaded Irishman, is back again in his old haunts in New Orleans. This is your director, Bill Russo, inviting you to listen to another transcribed episode, which we call The Case of the Constant Companion.
Come back, all is forgiven. Molly. These personals. Don't keep her waiting, George. Right below it. Molly have left town, George. Well, that settles that. Let's see. Weatherman says rain. Rain. I should live so long.
Hello?
What? Huh?
You Mike Shayne?
Yeah, I didn't hear you come in.
Sign in your office door says enter. I did.
Yeah. Well, have a seat.
I want to hire you, Shayne.
You know, it so happens I'm very available right now, Mr.
Just call me Shorty.
Okay, Shorty. What's the job?
I want you to sort of take me under your wing, Shayne.
Take you under my wing? But you're little enough, I guess, but I don't get it. What do you mean?
Call it protection. Call it keeping me undercover. Call it anything you like.
I see.
Huh?
Why? Why are you so anxious to keep undercover?
Shayne, lots of times movie stars like to travel incognito, they call it. Just pretend I'm a movie star.
Very funny. You know, Shorty, I seem to detect a slight odor about this deal.
Then don't breathe. So part of your job is keeping me out of sight. The other part is finding a guy for me and taking me to him. Big Ed Lasky's his name.
Oh, is he a friend of yours?
He used to be.
Oh, look, you're not...
As soon as you take me to him, I'll be okay. Your job is done.
Look, Shorty, the smell's getting worse by the minute. You still haven't told me why you want to keep out of sight.
Shayne, $200 should answer a lot of questions, shouldn't it?
You said $200.
I said $200.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 200 would answer quite a few questions. For now, anyway. Yeah, 200.
Don't worry, Shayne. You'll earn every penny of it.
In a moment, we'll be back to the New Adventures of Michael Shayne and the Case of the Constant Companion.
Well, maybe someday I'll learn there's no such thing as easy money. But I guess I forgot that the morning a little guy appropriately named Shorty laid 200 big bucks on my desk. According to Shorty, all I had to do was keep him out of sight and find a character named Big Ed Lasky for him. Of course, there was something about Shorty that chilled me a little. Maybe it was those very pale blue eyes of his or the thin-lipped mouth. But at the moment, the 200 was talking awfully loud, so I took the job.
Okay, Shayne. I'll give you a list of places Big Ed used to hang out. I'll wait here in your office while you see if you can locate him. Then I'll...
Just a minute. Hello?
Lefevre, Shane.
Well, Inspector Lefevre. How's everything down at Homicide?
Dead.
Oh, my, we're sharp this morning, aren't we? Well, what's on your tiny mind, Lefevre?
At the moment, you.
Oh, that's really sweet of you. You called me up to tell me not to leave town, or maybe I'm suddenly chief suspect in a nice, juicy murder.
Wrong twice. Just passing the word along, Shane. We're alerting everybody right down the line.
Yeah, what about?
There's a killer on the loose.
Oh?
Yeah, broke out of the penitentiary last night, a little guy.
Ah, thanks for the... what'd you say?
He's a little guy, about 5'2", pale blue eyes, thin-lipped, heavy voice.
Yeah. Look, Inspector...
His name is Shorty Crawford.
Say it again.
I said his name is Shorty. What's the matter, can't you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you all right.
Well, just passing the word along. Keep your eyes open for him, Shane. He's dangerous.
I can believe it. Inspector...
Yeah?
Skip it. I'll see you later.
Inspector Lefevre, a homicide, eh, Shane?
Well, as a matter of fact, yeah.
So now you know about me.
So now I know about you.
Yeah, just as well, I guess. Now I'll have to change the plan a little.
The plan?
Yeah. Instead of waiting here in your office while you look for Big Ed, I'll come with you. Only we'll still have to keep out of sight while we're looking for him.
Look, Shorty, I just quit the job.
Shane, I've been convicted of murder and sent up for life. I broke out, so now I'm on borrowed time. I'd have nothing to lose if I had to kill someone.
Look, I tell you, you're
Also, I got a gun in my pocket that's been pointed at your wishbone ever since I came into your office. It's going to stay pointed at you till we find Big Ed. It's going to go off the second you try to pull a fast one on me, so don't talk about quitting the job, Shane. Because, believe me, it'd be the last job you ever have.
Well, that left me nothing to say. After dark, we headed for a bar Shorty told me used to be a hangout of Big Ed's. Shorty had his hat pulled low over his eyes and left it that way as we went inside. The two of us walked up to the bar, and Shorty stood with his face turned away.
What'll it be, Mac?
Little information.
Information? You want information? I got a desk down at the depot. We sell drinks here. What'll it be?
You seen Big Ed lately?
Who?
Big Ed Lasky. You been around here lately?
Like I said, what'll it be, bud?
Now, about Big
Ed...
Look,
you've been out of circulation a while, Mac. He ain't been around for more than a year. Now, you want a drink, or don't you?
Never mind. Thanks.
That's all right.
Well, what next, Shorty?
He's lying, Shane.
Huh?
The bartender was lying.
How do you know?
Look over there. That booth near the wall. You see that doll sitting alone?
Yeah, I see her. Not bad.
It's Big Ed's girl.
Oh.
Look, she don't see us. We'll walk over to the other side of the bar. Come on.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to slide into the booth next to hers. You sit down with her and see what you can find out about Big Ed.
Oh, but I
remember, Shane, I'll be right in the next booth, so don't try anything.
Okay.
We'll split up here. Okay, go on over.
Hello, you mind if I join?
Yeah, matter of fact, I do mind.
Yeah, I'll join you anyway.
Why, you smart boy.
Name is Shayne. Mike Shayne.
So what do you want? The answer's no.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Doris, I'm spoken for, Rover boy, so move on, huh?
Oh, now look, sweetheart, I'm not trying to muscle in on Big Ed.
What about Big Ed?
It rings a bell, huh? Is he around anywhere?
No.
I see.
You know, this booth was nice and comfortable before you got here. Let's make it comfortable again.
Okay, sugar, okay. I'll see you around.
I doubt it.
I got up and started for the front door, but then Shorty caught my eye and motioned me to the side door. I guess he didn't want to walk in front of Doris's booth. Once we were outside, I turned to Shorty, but he just motioned me to start walking. We were near Jackson Square, so we walked over. The park was deserted. I sat down on one of the benches, and Shorty sat on another that backed up to mine. There we were, head to head. It was very cozy. Nice girl, Doris.
Yeah.
She's anything like Big Ed.
She is. Big Ed's around somewhere, that's a cinch.
It's also a cinch. New Orleans is a big city. Where do we go next?
I'm thinking.
You say
Big Ed used to be a friend of yours.
I worked for him once.
Long time ago, huh?
Before I went to the pen.
Why are you so hot to me? What happens when we find it?
Your job's over then.
No, I mean, what...
Your job's over then.
Yeah. Well, it's a cinch we're not going to find him tonight. How about escorting me back to my room so I can get a little shut-eye, huh? Maybe in the morning we can... Huh?
There's not going to be any shut-eye.
Are you kidding?
No. And sleep after you find Big Ed for me, not before.
You know, you can't get away with this for very long, Shorty.
What do you mean?
Look, you're an escaped killer. There's a dragnet out for you.
So?
So they'll get you sooner or later.
After I found Big Ed, Shane, I won't care so much.
Oh? Well, then think this one over. You're watching me like a hawk, aren't you, Shorty?
Like a hawk?
Yeah, well, I'm going to be watching you like a hawk, too. I'm going to be waiting. Just waiting.
Waiting for what?
Sooner or later, you're going to get sleepy. You can't stay awake forever. One of these times, you're going to realize you're real tired. Your head's going to start nodding. Hey, you better drop your guard for a second. Just a second. Just long enough for me to jump you. I'll be waiting for that second, Shorty. Waiting.
You through, Shane?
Yeah. Just remember.
Yeah.
Well, do we sit on these benches all night?
No. I'll go back to your office.
Okay. Coin the phrase, you're the boss. It's a long walk, you know.
There's a taxi cruising down the next block. Call it.
Well, man's getting a little more sensible. Taxi! Hey, taxi! Taxi!
He heard you. Now, look. When he pulls up, you get in first. I follow you.
Okay.
Tell the driver to keep moving. You'll give him the address later. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Shane.
I know. No tricks.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, driver, get moving.
Where to?
Just get moving. I'll give you the address later.
Okay.
So long, Shorty!
Shane, stop! Shane!
I hit the street, bounced to my feet, and hightailed it into the park. I figured Shorty wouldn't risk a shot from the cab, and I was banking on getting to the bushes before he could get the driver to stop. But just as I reached the bushes, a rugged-looking hand shot out and around my neck.
Just a minute, Shane.
Hey, let go of me, will you?
I got a message for you from Big Ed.
Look, I'm in a hurry.
You're looking for Big Ed. He doesn't want you to find him. It's a bullet for you if you do.
Take your hands off me, or
Forget about Big Ed, Shane. Maybe this will convince you.
Oh!
In a moment, we'll be back to the new adventures of Michael Shayne and the case of the constant companion.
It all started when a character named Shorty offered me $200 to hide him out and find someone called Big Ed Lasky for him. While Shorty was in my office, Police Inspector Lefevre telephoned to tell me there was a killer on the loose. There was no doubt about the description he gave me. It was Shorty, all right. The little guy promptly told me what would happen to me if I didn't go through with the deal. So we started out. And Shorty had that gun in his pocket trained on me full time. We didn't have any luck at the first bar we tried, but we did talk to Doris, Big Ed's girlfriend. And then later in the taxi, I figured I saw my chance. So just as the taxi pulled away, I opened the other door, dove out, and headed for the park. Only I didn't get far before a big baboon grabbed me, told me to forget about finding Big Ed. To emphasize his point, he hit me over the head. When I came to, I could see someone bending over me. It was Shorty.
Can you hear me, Shane?
Yeah.
Get this. There's only one thing that's keeping you alive, and that's the fact I want to get to Big Ed bad. Otherwise, I'd plug you right now.
It couldn't make me feel much worse than I do.
What happened?
Oh, guy grabbed me, told me to forget Big Ed, and he slugged me.
Probably one of Big Ed's boys. Okay, Shane, this time nothing happens to you. But if you ever try to pull anything again, you're dead, but quick. I'll go back to your office, and this time we'll walk. Well, we finally got back to my office, and I was really beat. I slumped down in my chair and hoped I could catch a nap until morning. Shorty had other ideas. He didn't want me to get any sleep. Every time I dozed off, he'd nudge me. So, finally, I gave up. Just sat there for about 10 cigarettes, waiting for daylight. And then at 9 o'clock, we grabbed some breakfast, picked up a newspaper, and headed back to the park. We used the same seating arrangement as before. I was on one park bench, and Shorty was on another that backed up to mine. That morning sun hitting me was all I needed. Could barely keep my eyes open. Shorty seemed to be having the same kind of trouble. Read the headlines to me, Shane. Shane. Huh? I said read the headlines to me. Oh, okay. Escaped killer still at large. Giant manhunt on for Shorty Crawford. Police dragnet.
That's enough. Yeah. All seems sort of far away. Far away from here. Well, that sun feels good, huh?
Yeah.
You know, you're not such a bad guy, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact,
What'd you say?
Skip it.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I was wide awake. It was like somebody had just turned off a waterfall. The silence was deafening. I tried to see Shorty out of the corner of my eye. I didn't want to move my head, but I couldn't see his face. Couldn't tell whether he was asleep or not. I leaned forward slowly, very slowly, and then I started turning my head around. Finally, I could see his face. His head was slumped over on his chest, and he was dozing. I tensed up to dive at him, and then...
Oh. Well, Shane, you were all set to grab me, weren't you?
Yeah, I was all set.
Good thing that car horn brought me out of it.
Yeah.
Shane. Hey, Shane.
Hey, there's a guy getting out of that car. He's heading this way.
I see him.
Shane.
Okay, Shane. Be a good boy. Real good.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane, you rooted to that park bench or something? I've been yelling.
I know, Lefebvre.
I also honked.
I know that, too.
Sour mood this morning, huh?
Yeah.
Who's your friend?
Huh?
I said, who's your friend on the bench behind you there?
Well, I don't know him, Inspector.
Oh, that's my mistake. I thought I saw you talking to him when I got out of the car.
Well, no.
Well, what are you doing sitting in the park anyway? Business that bad for you?
And it's not good right now. How about you?
Oh, it's about the same. We're still after Shorty Crawford.
No sign of him, huh?
No, none yet. I got a hunch we're getting closer all the time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. We'll nab him before long.
What's the story on him, people? All I know is he was convicted of murder.
Well, Shorty used to work for a guy named Big Ed Lasky.
Oh?
So an enemy of Big Ed's, Tom Dixon, wound up dead one day. Case was that Shorty killed Dixon. A few of the boys thought that Big Ed had hired Shorty to kill the guy, but nothing could be proved. And Big Ed had an alibi for himself as far as the actual killing was concerned, so Shorty was convicted.
Oh.
Well, like I told you before, Shane, keep your eyes open.
Yeah. You do likewise, huh, Lefebvre?
I always try to, Shane. See you later.
You were getting on the thin ice there for a minute, Shane. Don't get conversational like that again.
So that's your story, huh, Shorty? Big Ed hired you to kill a guy he didn't like, Tom Dixon. But maybe Big Ed didn't pay you for the job. Is that why you're trying to find him now? To collect?
You can add it up that way if you want it, Shane. You might as well. I doubt if I could sell you my side of the story.
You couldn't sell me anything, Shorty.
That's what I thought. So I'm not wasting my time. Come on. Back to your office.
All the way back to the office, I was cussing out Lefebvre to myself. First, for honking his horn and waking Shorty just when I was going to grab him, and second, for standing there talking to me and not spotting Shorty. We walked into my office just in time for me to pick up the phone. Hello.
Fever, Shane.
Oh, you're a big help.
Don't worry. I spotted Shorty sitting on the bench behind you.
Well, now you tell me. Why didn't you...
I had a hunch he had a gun under his arm pointed at you. I didn't want you to collect the slug. Look, is he still there in your office with you?
Yeah.
Stall him. We'll be there in 60 seconds.
it, Shane?
Why, it was my landlady.
Who was it?
My landlady. She forgot to say...
You're lying.
Look, I tell you...
Let's get out of here.
Oh, look, Shorty, I'm tired.
Look, you think I'm as fresh as a daisy? I've been awake for 24 hours longer than you have, and I'm still on my feet. Now get on yours. We're getting out of here.
Why? I like it here.
We're leaving. Now, Hey, wait a minute.
Huh? No, Shorty,
Shut up. Siren. You can't, so that's it. So you've been real smart, Shane. So you pulled a fast one.
Now, look, Shorty, you...
Okay, Shane. So maybe they'll get me. But you'll go first.
In a moment, we'll be back to the new adventures of Michael Shayne and the case of the constant companion.
The gun in Shorty's hand didn't waver. And his pale blue eyes stared at me, unblinking, cold and deadly. Then I saw his fingers start to tighten on the trigger. I knew that in one more second, my last case was due to be closed.
Okay, Shane. It's payoff time for you.
Shorty, I tell you, I didn't tip off anyone.
Save it. You're on your way out, Shane. Is it right? Who's that?
How would I know?
Okay. I'm going over against the wall. Tell her whatever it is to come in. And if it's the cops, I'll start shooting. Go ahead.
Yeah. Come in.
Hello, Shane.
Big Ed's girlfriend, Doris.
That's right. I got a message for you, Shane.
Look, Big Ed already sent me a message last night with a blackjack.
You hadn't heard about Shorty breaking out of the pen then, Shane. Didn't know why you were looking for him. Now I figure Shorty's hired you to find him. He's willing to give you $500 to forget it, and if you...
Too late, Doris.
Shorty!
Yeah, right behind you.
Look, Shorty, you got him.
You're going to take us to Big Ed, Doris.
No, Shorty. Please, Shorty.
You're going to take us to Big Ed. And right now. Go on, get moving.
The three of us went down the back stairs and out the side door. Doris's face was the color of paste. I kept wondering what had happened to that siren we'd heard up in my office. But then, just as we were getting into Doris's car, I spotted a cop across the street giving a guy a ticket. So that was what the siren was about. Doris slid in behind the wheel. I got in front with her, and Shorty was in the back seat. I could hardly keep my eyes open. One look at Shorty told me he was almost ready to fall, too. Nobody said anything as she drove out to the edge of town and pulled up in front of a little house that was off by itself. We went up the path. Doris hesitated a minute, but Shorty prodded her with the gun, so she opened the door and went in. I was next in line. Shorty was bringing up the rear.
Ed, I
Doris,
tried...
what's the matter with you? Why don't you bring Shane out here?
Ed, I didn't want...
Hey, you're the baboon who slugged me in the park
Doris,
last night.
you stupid. Hello, Ed.
Shorty.
Yeah. Don't move, Ed.
Look, Shorty,
Shut up. Well, Ed, I finally got to you, didn't I?
Look, Shorty, let's make a deal, huh?
Too late for deals, Ed. Too late for anything.
Shorty.
I'll get to you in a minute, Doris. Okay, Ed. I'm going to kill you, you know that.
No, Shorty, no.
But first... Say it, Ed. Go ahead. Say it.
Say what?
What I broke out of the pen to hear you say. What I've been dragging this private eye all over to find you for, so you could say it. Say it.
About
Tom Dixon. The guy that convicted me of killing. Spell it.
You didn't kill him, Shorty. I did.
What? Shorty,
Yeah, go ahead, Ed. Spill some more. Talk.
I killed Dixon. Doris faked an alibi for me. We framed you.
Shorty, I didn't want to have nothing.
Shorty, you're innocent.
Yeah. Nobody believes that, Shane. I tried to tell them before, but they had too good a case against me.
Yeah, but...
You don't understand. You can't understand why I'd bust out of the pen. Risk my neck just to hear Big Ed squeal, huh?
Well, sure, I understand it, but look, Shorty, if you're innocent, we can...
I told you. Nobody believed my story.
It's different now. I just heard Ed confess.
I tell you, it's too late. Only thing left to do is kill these two rats. One by one.
No,
No, Shorty, no.
Just kill them, and it'll be all over.
Then I can rest. Kill him first, then rest. I was so groggy from lack of sleep, it took me a couple of seconds to figure out what had happened. Then it hit me. Shorty was on the verge of folding. Yeah, the strain of the last few days had finally caught up with him. He was practically out on his feet. The gun in his hand started sagging, but my reflexes were sagging too, and Big Ed beat me to the punch. He dove at Shorty and grabbed the gun.
Okay. Get back, Shayne.
Now, Shorty, we play it the other way.
I threw it away. My chance to kill you. I threw it away.
You'll never get another, Shorty. You will be next, Shayne. You know too much about me now.
Oh, look,
shut up. Okay, Shorty, here it is.
The slug caught Shorty in the shoulder and spun him around. I dove at Ed, and before he could bring the gun around to me, my fist connected. Ed crumpled over. I looked around for Doris. She was nowhere in sight. Went to the door and pulled it open.
Hello, Shayne.
Oh, Inspector Lefevre. You're a little late, aren't you?
Maybe.
Hey, a girl just ran out of here.
Yeah. She's in the squad car.
Oh.
Messy in here, isn't it?
Yeah. And Shorty will be okay, though. It's just a shoulder wound.
Well, we'll get him back to jail.
No. Wrong guy, Lefevre. There's your boy, Big Ed Lasky.
Come again?
It's all a frame. Shorty's innocent.
Now, that's real interesting, Shayne. You got any proof?
Mm-hmm. I heard Big Ed confess. I'll fill you on the details later. Right now, this couch looks awful.
Yeah, well, Shayne, there's still a couple of things.
Yeah, they can keep, Inspector. Look, I've been without sleep for 2 whole days.
Shayne, I've
Go away, little man.
Shayne,
Later. Just one more thing, Lefevre.
What is it?
Shayne!
This is your director, Bill Russo, again. Our story is based on characters created by Brett Halliday and is written by Bob Wright. The music is composed and conducted by John Duffy, and Michael Shayne is portrayed by Jeff Chandler. The New Adventures of Michael Shayne is a Don W. Sharp production, transcribed in Hollywood and distributed exclusively by the Broadcasters Guild.
On the ground by the edge of the river. There were a few bloodstains here and there, that was all. I had a hunch I'd seen the last of June Lawson. Then I heard a faint noise behind me. Somebody was cocking a revolver. And I knew without turning around the gun was pointing at my spine, that any second it was going to go off.
The New Adventures of Michael Shayne, Private Detective. Michael Shayne, reckless, redheaded Irishman, is back again in his old haunts in New Orleans. This is your director, Bill Russo, inviting you to listen to another transcribed episode which we call The Case of the Popular Corpse.
$30 for office rent. Come in. 765 phone, 320 lights. Leaves a balance of... no balance.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Here, have a seat.
Thank you. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, I was just balancing my books. It's a job for a tightrope walker. Oh, what's on your mind, Mrs.
Miss Clarissa Howard.
Miss Howard.
Mr. Shayne, I want you to find my niece for me. June Lawson. I'm turning to you as a last resort.
Oh?
I haven't wanted anyone to know, so I've been making excuses to them all about June's whereabouts. You see, it's a rather painful matter for me to discuss.
What do you mean?
Well, the plain fact is, Mr. Shayne, my niece ran away from home a month ago.
I see.
Oh, I suppose it was my fault, really. I should have made more of an attempt to understand her, but... Well, there's quite a difference between 55 and 29. More than just the years.
Yeah.
And that's made being her guardian a little difficult sometimes.
You think June's here in New Orleans?
I'm positive of it. You see, Mr. Shayne, June and I lived out in the country about 40 miles, near La Place. Oh, here's the address. I still live there, but a month ago she just left. Shortly afterward, I got a note from her. She wrote that if any mail came for her, to forward it care of General Delivery here. Her note was written on Donna Hotel stationery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here's a snapshot of her.
Yeah. Very pretty girl, Miss Howard.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh, you don't have any idea where she'd be? Anything might help me find her.
Well, she was fond of music and nightclubs.
Oh, that's not much help.
Yes, I know, but it's all I can offer, I'm afraid. She kept pretty much to herself, sort of strange and quiet. Even her hobby is a strange one.
Oh, what is it?
She collects epitaphs.
Epitaphs? Is she kidding?
Oh, no, she has quite a collection.
Learn something new every day. Well, I can't guarantee anything, Miss Howard, but I will try to locate June Lawson.
Oh, please do, Mr. Shayne. There's another thing. I'm not an alarmist, Mr. Shayne, but I'm a little worried about June.
What do you mean?
Well, I might as well tell you that she has some enemies.
Oh?
Yes, one in particular. A man named...
Yeah?
But that doesn't matter. I'm sure if we could just get her to come back home, she'll be safe and everything will be all right, and I'll be a very happy woman.
Well, look, I'll do everything I can, Miss Howard, and I'll keep in touch with you. She thanked me and left. A plain-looking woman with a loneliness about her that made me feel sorry for her. I sat there a couple of minutes looking at the snapshot of June Lawson. Nice. Looking for someone like that couldn't be too unpleasant. And about then, there was another knock on the door, and in came a very rugged-looking boy.
Shayne?
Yeah.
My name is Keneally.
So?
So I have a job for you. I want you to find someone for me, a girl named June Lawson.
June Lawson?
Yeah, she's here in New Orleans.
Yeah?
I'll pay you $100 to find her.
Oh, you must be pretty anxious to see her.
I am.
Why, Keneally?
For $100, you ask an awful lot of questions.
Why do you want to find June Lawson?
Let's just say I have something for her.
That's what I thought. What is it, gold or lead?
What?
Skip it. Where are you staying, Mr. Keneally?
That doesn't matter, does it? I could keep in touch with you here at your office.
What's the matter? Don't you like visitors? Okay, Keneally, you keep in touch. Because I just might have something for you. A lot sooner than you think.
In a moment, we'll return to the new adventures of Michael Shayne and the case of the popular corpse.
Well, in my business, you get used to surprises. I must admit that hearing the same story from two different people within an hour was a little startling. Both Clarissa Howard and a character named Keneally wanted me to find June Lawson for them. Only I had a hunch about why Keneally wanted to find her. I took the snapshot of June that Clarissa had given to me, went over to the Donna Hotel where Clarissa thought June might have stayed for a while. Clerk's face lit up like a pinball machine as soon as I showed him June's picture.
Yeah, she's really something, huh?
You remember her?
Remember? Sure, June Lawson. Could I forget something like that? Oh, look, excuse me. You her boyfriend or something?
No.
Oh, yeah, she was a real looker. Sort of strange, though.
How do you mean?
Always kept pretty much to herself. You know, didn't give a guy anything in the way of encouragement.
Yeah, I see.
Of course, I was only trying to be companionable.
Mm-hmm.
Little girl all alone in the big city. You know, I figured she'd be sort of lonely.
Yeah.
But she couldn't see it that way. That's too bad.
When did she check out?
Check it. Day before yesterday. I think it was.
That recently, huh? I don't suppose she left a forwarding address.
No, I tried to get her to. You know, just a matter of record.
Sure.
No soap.
Okay, look, one more thing.
Yeah?
That bull-necked individual sitting over by the door reading the paper. You see him?
Yeah. What about him?
So you guessed here?
Don't place him. Why?
No reason. He came in a couple of minutes after I did. I was just wondering.
Afraid I can't help you there.
Okay, doesn't matter. Thanks. I walked through the lobby and out the front door, and on the way I took a good look at Bullneck. But he never looked up from his paper. I don't know, maybe it was my imagination. The next day, for lack of any other starting place, I went down to the post office and found a bench where I could watch the people going in and out. I'd remembered Clarissa telling me June was getting her mail care of general delivery. Well, I don't know if you've ever tried sitting on a bench all day. If not, don't. It's nothing but dull. And then finally, in the late afternoon, I spotted Bullneck sitting across the street. I guess I stared at him for a couple of minutes before I realized I was supposed to be watching the general delivery window. I twisted my head around, and there she was, just melting into the crowd. The girl in the snapshot, June Lawson. Hey, wait a minute, June!
Oh,
beg your pardon, lady, I didn't see you.
Well, don't you look where you're going?
I didn't mean to bump into you.
What are you trying to do?
I said I was sorry, lady. June, hey, wait a minute, June! Hey, well, how do you like that? She's gone. Well, at least I'd seen June. I could tell Clarissa that her niece was alive and in New Orleans. So the next day, I drove out to Miss Howard's home in the country. It was a rambling old place. It just sort of leaned tiredly against a grove of trees. Even the air around the house smelled musty, and I was beginning to see why June had left home. There was a dehydrated-looking gardener wandering around in front of the house, prodding the ground here and there. I went over to him. Pardon me, mister. I'm talking to you. Hey, is this where Clarissa Howard lives?
This is where.
Well, do you tell her I'm here, or do I knock, or what?
Ordinarily, you'd not.
Okay, I'll be ordinary.
Won't do you any good.
Huh?
Ain't home.
Oh. And look, Chatterbox, would you mind telling me where she is?
Don't mind, except I don't know.
Oh, fine.
Away for the day. City, probably.
Well, okay. By the way, you knew her niece, June Lawson, didn't you?
Sure did.
She ever say anything to you about where she was going when she left?
Never did.
You're a big help.
I was away on a vacation when June left. I come back, she was gone. Maid Dawes had left, too. Guess neither of them like it here. Sore point with me, mister.
What is, June leaving or the maid?
Neither. My vacation, that's the sore point.
Why?
Oh, Miss Hart, she says to me before I went, she'd get somebody to look after things while I'm gone. So she turns around and hires about the stupidest man she could find.
Huh?
I don't know who he was, and it's just as well.
Now, take it easy.
Why, the dumb, funny messed up all my work.
All right, easy.
All of it. Didn't do anything right.
Yeah.
Couldn't even mow a lawn.
Yeah, no.
Even cultivated around my prize camellias. Think of that.
What do you
Now, I'm a plain ordinary fool knows better than to cultivate around camellias.
Of course.
Why, just thinking about it gets me
easy,
so...
Pop, easy.
Why, if I ever get my
Look,
hands
Pop,
up...
unwind. I haven't the time. I'll see you later.
It makes me so doggone mad.
I left the old fella hopping around, doing a little shadow boxing and turning the air blue. I went back to town, tried to figure out my next move. I was getting nowhere fast. One thing, sure, I had no ambition to camp at the general delivery window again. Then I remembered Clarissa told me June liked nightclubs and music. Well, that was about as slim a lead as you can have, but it was better than nothing. So I started making the rounds of the night spots that had bands. The Leech was first on the list. I put the snapshot down on the bar in front of the bartender.
What'll it be, mister?
This.
Hey, that's nice. But not on the menu.
I know. Ever seen it before?
I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, what is it?
When you find her, bring her in, will you? I'd like to meet her.
I kept going. I covered 15 spots by midnight. I was about ready to give up. Nobody recognized June's picture, but they all wanted to see the original. Then I tried spot number 16. My luck started to pick up.
Yeah, let's have another look.
Yeah. She's been in here before?
Yeah, she comes in here every now and then.
Oh, thanks. Look, have one on me, will you? I'm going to stick around a while, just in case.
Make yourself at home, mister. Yeah, thanks for the drink.
I waited about an hour, I guess. Then all of a sudden, she was standing in the doorway, June Lawson. Only she didn't come in, just took a look around, turned, and went out again. I was on my feet in a hurry. When I got out on the sidewalk, she was just turning the corner. I started after her. Then I spotted Bullneck. He came at me fast, and he had a present for me, a roll of pennies. Only his fist was closed around it, and before I could duck, he gave me the present right back on my left ear. Oh.
In a moment, we'll return to the new adventures of Michael Shayne and the case of the popular corpse.
It all started when a middle-aged lady named Clarissa Howard hired me to find her niece, June Lawson, who'd run away from their home in the country a month ago. Shortly after she left my office, a rugged-looking gent named Keneally walked in. He also wanted me to find June, and I was betting his reasons weren't nearly as pleasant as Clarissa's. Anyway, I started looking for June. It wasn't long before I realized I was being tailed by a character with a size 18 collar. I got a glimpse of June at the post office, lost her, and later that night saw her again at the door of a bar. When I got outside and started after her, my bull-necked shadow caught up with me, clipped me on the side of the head with a fistful of pennies, and I took a short nap. When I came out of it, the bartender was bending over me.
My. Look at all the pennies.
Yeah. They're not from heaven, brother, believe me.
Some lump you got there.
Yeah, thanks. I'll sell it to you cheap. I suppose you know what became of the boy who gave it to me.
Sure.
Huh?
I heard the noise and got out here in time to see him going into that all-night drugstore. See it? Across the street and down a ways?
Yeah.
Acted like he sort of wanted to keep an eye on you. He hasn't come out of there yet.
Good, he's going to have company. Thanks. I crossed the street and started for the drugstore. When I got to the door, I saw Bullneck inside. He seemed pretty startled to see me. He backed toward the rear of the store, but he picked the wrong place. There was no way out.
Get away from me, Shayne.
We're going to have a little talk, Bullneck.
I got nothing to say.
We're going to change that. Who hired you to tell me?
Go on, beat it.
Let's have it. Who hired you?
Shayne, if you know what's good for you...
Look, I know what's not good for me. Getting hit by you a couple of minutes ago is one of the things. Now, open up before I get the answer out of you the hard way.
I said beat it. I'm not telling you nothing.
Okay, Buster, you're begging for it. Here it is without the pennies. You... All right. Come on, champ. That was just the first round.
Lay off, Shayne. Lay off.
You feel more like talking now?
Yeah.
All right, who hired you to tell me? Go on, talk.
Keneally.
Keneally? What's his angle?
I don't know.
Come on, Bullneck, open up or we'll go round and round again.
I'm giving it to you straight. I tell you, I don't know. Keneally hired me, that's all I know. Keneally hired me.
Okay. I think maybe you better retire from active service, though, as of right now. Well, I was no nearer finding June than before. But squaring with Bullneck for the lump on my head made me feel a little better about things. I went back to my office, and I was pretty sure I'd seen the last of Bullneck and the boy who hired him, Keneally. But that just shows how wrong you can be. When I opened my office door, there was Keneally sitting behind my desk.
Hello, Shayne. You found June Lawson yet?
What are you doing here, Keneally?
Asking if you found June Lawson yet.
Look, you know if I found her yet or not. That bullneck baboon of yours has been keeping you posted.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, of course not. Now, listen, Keneally, I know why you want to find June. I'm not going to be a party to it. You'll never find her through me. I've told Bullneck to lay off, and I'm telling you. Now, get out.
All right, Shayne. All right. But you haven't seen the last of me. That's a promise from me to you.
But at the moment, I was more interested in bed than I was in Keneally's promises. So I went to my room and turned in. The next morning, I decided I'd better try again to see Clarissa so I could report to her. But she saved me the trouble. She was waiting for me at my office.
Good morning, Mr. Shayne. I understand you came out to the house yesterday.
Yes.
I'm sorry I missed you. Have you found out anything yet?
Well, I can't tell you where June is yet.
Oh, I see.
She's alive.
She is, you're sure?
I got a couple of glimpses of her.
Oh, Mr. Shayne, that's wonderful. You don't know how happy I am to hear that. What a relief it is.
You said June had an enemy. You started to name him, and then you stopped.
Well, I thought it best not to say any more about it.
I think we better. Is his name Keneally?
Keneally?
Is it?
Yes, Mr. Shayne.
I think you better tell me why he's looking for her, Miss Howard.
Yes, I suppose I had. You see, Mr. Shayne, I've acted in a sense as June's guardian for some time. The periodic sums of money in her inheritance have always been paid to me. I regulated her finances. But for the last year, I received no money from the estate at all up north. June told me the inheritance had all been paid.
You found out differently?
Yes. June finally confessed that she'd been intercepting the money to pay Keneally.
Blackmail?
Yes. She wouldn't tell me why.
Well, cheer up, Miss Howard. We're not licked yet. I must admit I'm fresh out of leads. Is there anything you forgot to tell me about her that might help?
No, I can't think of anything.
Wait a minute. You did tell me something that might help. You said June's hobby was collecting epitaphs.
Well, that's right.
That's the one thing I haven't tried, the cemeteries.
Oh, but there are so many of
I know,
them.
but it's worth a try, and I better get started. I'll keep you posted, Miss Howard. Who knows? Maybe we'll hit the jackpot with our last nickel. She left after that, and I made a list of the cemeteries that were noted for interesting epitaphs. And then I started off. I went from one to another with no luck. It was just a little before dark when I got to St. Louis Cemetery number 1. Way across the place, a couple of 100 yards away, I saw a girl walking among the crypts. I started toward her, and I was still more than 100 yards away from her when she turned her head and saw me. It was June. She didn't waste any time. She headed in the direction of the river, and fast. Hey, June! Hey, wait a minute, June! What for crying out loud? She's gone. Here we go again. I kept going toward the river, because I knew she'd have to be around there somewhere. It was getting pretty dark now. Finally, I got to the bushes near the bank and parted them. When I stopped, her hat was on the ground by the river's edge, and there were a few bloodstains here and there. That was all. I had a hunch I'd seen the last of June Lawson. Then I heard a faint noise behind me. Somebody was cocking a revolver. I knew without turning around that the gun was pointing at my spine, that any second it was going to go off.
In a moment, we'll be back with a thrilling climax to tonight's Michael Shayne adventure.
Well, there I was. June Lawson's hat in front of me on the riverbank and a gun behind me due to go off any second. I didn't even know who was holding the gun, but I didn't have to wait long to find out.
Went a little too far, didn't you, Shayne?
Well, Keneally. Can't say I'm very surprised.
You're gonna come with me, Shayne, right now, and no tricks, or you'll get one right in the back.
The way June Lawson did?
Yeah, if you want to put it that way.
You know, ordinarily, there's nothing I'd like better than to accept your invitation. Right now, I haven't the time. Shayne! I was lucky. The light was bad. The slug plowed into the dirt an inch from my neck. I kept in the bushes and kept moving fast. A couple of times I could see Keneally walking along, outlined against the sky. And finally, I shook him. I went back into town. All of a sudden, I realized I was near the bar where I'd gotten a glimpse of June the night before, so I dropped in. I sat there for quite a while. I was almost ready to leave and drive out to break the news to Clarissa when I happened to look up. I blinked and looked again. No, I wasn't imagining things. Sitting there at the bar, down near the far end, was June Lawson. Well, this time I didn't lose out. I got to the side door a step before she did. Oh, no.
I'm leaving.
Oh, good. We'll leave together. Come on outside. Here. Okay, this alley ought to do nicely. Now, come on, let's have it. What's this all about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Come on, give, June. Why this hard-to-catch routine you've been giving me the last couple of days? Also, why the fake murder set up on the riverbank?
Oh, look, I'm getting out of this deal. I'm washing my hands of it. I haven't done anything, and you can't prove I have. And I'm sick of all this.
What are you talking about?
Look, mister, I'm not the girl you want.
Now, don't give me that. I've got a picture of you. I've seen you twice in the last couple of days.
I'm the girl you've been chasing, all right, but I'm not June Lawson.
What?
No. My name is Doris. I was the maid out there at June's and Miss Howard's place.
Yeah, but what?
Well, I'll tell you all I know, and that isn't much. I was hired to stay in town to let you see me, but not catch up to me. I wasn't expecting you to come back here tonight. I was supposed to make it look like I'd been murdered down there at the river. My boyfriend was hired, too, to follow you and report your progress.
Your boyfriend?
You mean Bull Neck? I still don't see
If
what...
anyone asks us, we were supposed to say Keneally hired us.
But Keneally really didn't hire either of you, huh?
No. Believe me, mister, I'm telling the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you are, Doris. And the reason I thought she was because I started remembering things all of a sudden. Things the withered little gardener had told me. That June must have left while he was away. And that somebody had been cultivating around his prize camellias. Yeah, about then it all began to make sense. I drove out to Clarissa's place. It was dark and quiet. I fumbled around until I found a shovel leaning against a lath house. Then I went over to the camellia bushes. I started to dig. The ground was soft and it wasn't from rain. I had a pretty strong hunch what I'd find. 2 feet down and I stopped. Wasn't a pretty sight. Only I didn't have much time to brood about it.
Good evening, Mr. Shayne.
Clarissa.
Yes. Kindly do not move. I have a gun.
So, you've discovered my dear departed niece's resting place. Very clever of you.
You killed the real June Lawson a month ago.
It will be a month tomorrow. Very convenient of you to have dug your own grave, Mr. Shayne.
Grave?
Yes. You will rest in peace beside June there.
Oh, wait a minute.
Put down that shovel. Put it down!
Come on now. Let's have the gun. Let's have it. That's better.
Drop the gun, Shayne.
Keneally.
Yeah, Keneally.
Oh, look.
You won't get away this time, Shayne. No, you, Clarissa.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Keneally.
Look, if you let me get a word in...
You haven't time for many more words, Shayne. You killed my cousin. That's why you're going to die, too.
Your cousin?
Yeah, June Lawson.
June, but...
A little while ago, down on the riverbank. I missed you then. I won't miss you now.
Look, you got it all wrong. Clarissa hired me...
Yes, I know Clarissa hired you. To kill June. I know all about Clarissa.
I tell you, I don't know what
You've been stealing the money from June for 2 years, Clarissa, from the estate. I became suspicious. Came here to investigate.
So that's the motive, Clarissa. June found out you were taking her dough, confronted you, and you answered all her questions permanently.
Don't try to get out of it, Shayne. Clarissa hired you to kill June.
Now, look, this is straight. I had nothing to do with it. Clarissa killed June. You came to New Orleans to investigate, and when she found out you were coming to see me, she got to me first to discredit you. She hired the maid to pose as June.
No good.
Well, can't you get it through your head that Clarissa killed June a month ago?
What are you talking about?
Look. This hole in the ground behind me. Look. He looked for quite a while. And Clarissa started to edge away, but not soon enough. Keneally turned on her, and his face was white, but his gun didn't waver. It was pointed right at her head. There was only one thing I could do, dive at him. It was a dead heat. Just as I hit him, the gun went off. A slug hit the tree beside Clarissa, and by that time I had the gun turned toward the ground. I kept twisting, and suddenly his hand went limp. I had the gun. He just sort of sagged in. Shocked, I guess. I knew then that I could persuade him to let the law take its course with Clarissa. Well, that's just about that. Except the way I look at it, I'm still in danger. Just as much as ever. No, not from Bullneck. I haven't seen him since. Not Keneally. He's pretty grateful I stopped him from killing Clarissa. Now it's that gardener of Clarissa's I'm worried about. He's still looking for me on account of what I did to those prize camellias of his that night.
This is your director, Bill Russo, again. Our story is based on characters created by Brett Halliday and was written by Bob Reif. The music is composed and conducted by John Duffy, and Michael Shayne is portrayed by Jeff Chandler. The New Adventures of Michael Shayne is a Don W. Sharp production, transcribed in Hollywood and distributed exclusively by the Broadcasters Guild.
Bullets smashed through the window. I just held my breath and said a few appropriate words to any archangels that might be listening. I felt something bite into my neck. I thought, so long, Mike. It's been fun.
adventures of Michael Shayne, private detective. This is your director, Bill Russo, inviting you to listen to another transcribed episode with Michael Shayne, that reckless, red-headed Irishman back at his old haunts in New Orleans. We call it The Case of the Hunted Bride.
Come in. Come in.
Mr. Michael Shayne, the private detective.
Yeah, have a chair. I'll be finished shaving in a second.
Thank you. You always shave in your office?
Yeah, usually. Yeah, that's good enough. You know, it's a funny thing about this razor. For years, it hummed Jeannie with the light brown hair. The last couple of days just can't seem to carry a tune.
I had no intention of seeing you when I came to New Orleans. I just wanted to see the city again. To perhaps recapture some of the pleasant memories. You see, I grew up here.
That's all?
Yes. And I wanted to see it just once more. Before I die.
Which should be sometime around 1990.
Which will be tonight.
What's wrong with waiting till 1990?
It's my husband, George.
Yeah, it usually is.
No, you don't understand, Mr. Shayne. I love George. He's my whole life.
Well, then why end it?
Knowing what I do, I can't go on. I don't want to live. Yet, what if I'm wrong? What if none of it is true? I want you to find out the truth.
Just what do you think is the truth, dear lady?
That my husband, George, is a murderer.
In a moment, we'll return to Mike Shayne and the case of the hunted bride.
Her name was Grace Morrison. Mrs. George Morrison, to be exact. She lived in the capital city of a neighboring state, and she was so madly in love with her husband she was about to drop dead. If that's that love they write those beautiful songs about, I'll stick to my electric razor. Anyway, I told her to go back home, and I'd take a run up and see her as soon as I cleared up a few things around the office, and that we'd soon find out whether her husband was a murderer or not. In either case, I was to get my usual $20 a day. Lovable little me. As it turned out, I didn't arrive in her city until early the next evening. I registered in a little hotel, and then I telephoned her. Phone seemed to ring forever. And just when I was about to hang up... Hello? Mrs. Morrison? Hello?
Mr. Shayne.
Hey, what's wrong? Hey, Mrs. Morrison. Hello? Hello? 20 minutes later, a taxi let me out in front of a small bungalow. A guy was standing on the front porch, fumbling in his coat pocket. He heard me coming and spun around.
What do you want?
Morrisons live here.
What if they do?
I just talked to Mrs. Morrison on the phone. She sounded like she was in trouble.
What is this, another one of their tricks?
Whose tricks? Come on, get this door open.
I'm warning you, if you try anything...
You may be dying in there. Will you open this door?
Dying?
Step on it. Hey, what are you shaking for?
Well,
Here, give me that key.
If they've done anything to Grace... Grace! Grace, where are you?
Wait! Gas! We found her on the floor in the hall with the telephone receiver still in her hand. The guy who turned out to be her husband carried her to a couch. I headed for the gas heater, shut off the gas, and started opening windows. When I got back to the living room, Grace was coming out of the fog.
You're going to be all right, sweetheart. You're going to be okay.
You better call a doctor, Mr. Morrison.
She looks okay.
Call a doctor.
But
what?
If we can work it without a doctor...
What's the matter? Don't you trust anybody?
Look, mister, I don't know who you are.
Let's not start that again. See if you got any spirits or ammonia in the house.
I think we have.
All right, put a spoonful in the glass of water and make it snappy.
All right. I'll get it right away.
Hey, Morrison, don't close the front door. We need air in here.
There's plenty of air coming through the windows. I'll get the medicine now.
Friendliest man in town.
George. George.
All right, easy.
Wasn't you. George. Couldn't have been you. George.
You just take it easy, Mr. Morrison.
Mr. Shayne.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of foolish, sweetheart.
What do you mean?
I'm the old-fashioned type. In my book, turning on the gas is foolish.
But I didn't turn on the gas.
What?
No. I guess I dozed off. The phone woke me up and the house was full of gas. I didn't realize how bad until I answered the phone and everything started blacking out.
And who did turn on the gas?
I don't know.
You think it was your husband, don't you?
I don't know.
Well, I don't think so. Not the way he acted when he came in here.
Mr. Shayne, I don't know what to think anymore.
What makes you believe he's killed anybody?
I'll talk to you later.
No, while he's still upstairs.
No, Mr. Shayne.
Come on.
The telegrams. That's what started it.
Telegrams?
The first one came 6 months ago. George had been out of work for so long, and he was desperate. As soon as he got the telegram, he went away without saying a word. He came back 2 days later with $250.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
He wasn't the same, George. He began having terrible nightmares. He'd wake up screaming he didn't want to kill. And that's not all that happened. Someone's trying...
How are you feeling now, Grace?
Better, George. I don't know what happened, George.
It's okay. We'll talk about it later. Here, take a drink of this. If they've done this...
Who's they, Morrison?
Huh? Oh, nothing. Come on, Grace. I'll take care of you.
He carried her upstairs, and the way they looked at each other, I wanted to whip out a violin and play gypsy music. What was going on here? Well, I lit a cigarette and wandered through the house, trying to make sense out of what Grace had told me. Trying to understand how that fitted in with the hem-stitched God Bless Our Happy Home that hung over the sofa. Then the phone started ringing. Hello?
So you got home in time to save your wife. All righty, we'll try again.
What?
How does it feel wondering when it's going to happen? Wondering if it's going to be you or your wife? Joe Blake didn't have to wonder, did he?
Joe Blake?
Wait a minute. Who is this?
This is Mike Shayne. Now... Hello? Hello?
Put the phone down, Shayne.
Yeah, but
I
look.
said put the phone down.
Sure. Some woman. She sounded like...
I know how she sounded.
Hey, who's Joe Blake?
It's getting late, Shayne.
You're so subtle, Mr. Morrison. Who's Joe Blake?
Good night, Mr. Shayne.
Before I go, can I ask you one final question, Mr. Morrison?
Well?
Who's Joe Blake? Ask a silly question, you get a silly answer. I heard the lock click behind me, and the lights went out inside the house. It was a cold, black night. A couple of blocks away, I saw a lighted street, and I heard a streetcar. I started walking toward it, and then I stopped. Not a sound. Not a... The sound was light. Might even have been a twig falling, only twigs don't wear shoes. The sound of the streetcar was louder now, but so were the footsteps. I'm a nervous guy. I put a cigarette in my mouth and struck a match, giving him a chance to pass me. I flicked the match away and watched it make an arc of flame. Before it could complete the arc, a bigger flame exploded in my head. No! I don't know how long it lasted. It was like spending the summer in a cement mixer. The pain didn't mean anything after a while, and I stopped trying to crawl away.
All right, Ralph, that's enough. I said that's enough.
Suddenly, everything stopped. Then I heard a nice friendly sound. A gun getting ready for action.
Turn the flash on him, Ralph.
You can see him all right, Ruthie.
I want to see him better than all right. I want to watch his face when he gets it.
Ruthie, somebody might see us. Go on, get it over with.
I said turn the flash on him.
All right.
They had the lights on Joey when he died.
All right, now you got your light. Hey, wait.
Huh?
This guy ain't Morrison.
No. No, he isn't.
How do you like that?
I guess eventually Ralph's foot started hurting him. Anyhow, he stopped kicking, and they left. For a long time, I lay there, snuggling up to a couple of rusty garbage cans. A moth-eaten tomcat came up and stared at me for a long time, but he figured I was too big to eat, so he moved on, too. Outside of that, I was left all to myself, at peace among the melon rinds. It wasn't all wasted, though. I was beginning to fit things together. It sure looked now like husband George had killed Joe Blake. Well, finally, I was able to get to my feet and find a taxi and get back to my hotel. As I walked through the lobby of my hotel, somebody climbed out of an overstuffed chair and started toward me. It was George Morrison.
I've been waiting for you, Shane.
Oh, that's too bad.
What happened to your face?
I ran into some friends of yours, Morrison.
I want to see you upstairs.
Well, I hope that's a first aid kit you're holding in your pocket.
Upstairs, Shane.
All right, what do you want?
Grace finally admitted what you really were, Shane.
Oh, people have been calling me that for years.
We don't need any private detectives around here. Start packing. You're going back to New Orleans.
But I just got here.
Start packing.
Suppose I don't.
You'll find out you were wrong about what I got in my pocket.
Okay. Yeah, this suitcase sure gets a beating.
There's a train leaving here at midnight. I've already made your reservation.
Well, that's mighty friendly of...
What's the matter?
Someone in the fire escape. Take a dive. Now. I took a dive to the floor myself, knocking over the lamp and plunging the room into darkness. Half a dozen bullets smashed through the window. I just held my breath and said a few appropriate words to any archangels who might be listening. I felt the splinter of glass bite into my neck. I thought, so long, Mike. It's been fun.
In a moment, we'll return to Mike Shayne and the case of the hunted bride.
Life was getting complicated again. Here I leave the peace and quiet of New Orleans to come to this town, because Grace Morrison had decided her husband George was a murderer. And everything that had happened since my arrival had convinced me that the lady was so right. Now I was nibbling the rug on my hotel room floor while someone on the fire escape kept pumping bullets through the glass at George and me. Finally, I realized that the shooting had stopped. Then I heard footsteps down the fire escape. I raced to the window just as some guy reached the yard below. At the edge of the yard, a girl huddled against a fence, trying to keep out of range of the street lamp. She was wasting her time, though. Even from where I stood, I recognized her as Ruthie, the little sweetheart I'd met in the alley earlier in the evening. As I watched, the guy on the fire escape joined her. He turned out to be Ralph, the happy-go-lucky chap who tried to drop-kick my head into the Gulf of Mexico. They hurried away. Then I remembered George Morrison. Oh, what's the matter with you? Here, let me get the light on. Where are you hit, Morrison?
In the shoulder.
Yeah, let go of the gun. Ought to good it, did you?
I didn't get a chance.
A time killer like you, it doesn't look too good.
What are you going to do?
Call a doctor?
No.
What have you got against doctors? You know, some of those guys are pretty talented.
Shane, put the phone down, please.
Operator. Operator.
Shane, I beg you. I don't care about myself, but for my wife's sake.
What do you mean?
We get a doctor, he'll have to report it to the police. Everything will come out in the open.
You know, I think I'd like that.
Well, Grace wouldn't understand. Never be the same with us again. Now, please, Shane, give me a break. It's been tough enough.
Why are those two gunners trying to kill you?
Because they don't understand. Because they're blaming me for something I couldn't help.
For killing Joe Blake, huh? Did you kill him?
Shane, you don't understand.
Just answer me.
Now, listen, you
Answer me. Did you kill Joe Blake?
Yes, but you... Shane.
Who's there?
Detective, Mr. Shayne.
Shane, if you'll let me explain, you'll understand everything.
All right. Stay here in the bedroom.
What is it? Some of the guests report hearing shots. They say they think they came from your suite, Mr. Shayne.
My suite? Well, man, I was just taking a nap. Nice mattresses you got in this hotel.
You didn't hear any shots?
When I sleep, I don't hear nothing.
Yeah? Now, how come you heard my knock?
Yeah, that's right. You know, science has a lot of things to explain.
Shots didn't come from your bedroom.
No.
Well, all right. Sorry to have disturbed you, Mr. Shayne.
Oh, it's okay, officer. Yeah, come around any time at all. Okay, now, George, start to... Hey, George. It wasn't any George. It was only a little trail of blood leading to the window. For the second time that night, somebody clattering down the fire escape. Leave it to a house stick to knock on the right door at the wrong time. After that, I did the only intelligent thing I'd done all day. I went to sleep. Early the next morning, I called Grace Morrison. She told me that George had come home late with his arm all banged up. Said he'd bumped into something. Then I went over to the police department. Being as coy as possible, I tried to find out if the cops were looking for George Morrison or a reasonable facsimile. They weren't. I went to the public library and got out all the old newspaper files. You know, I didn't find Morrison's name, but Joe Blake's name was scattered through the crime news like confetti. A cheap little hoodlum who'd done everything in the books. One picture showed him and Ruthie smiling at each other across a nightclub table. Ruthie looked better in those days. The last item said Joe was being sought in connection with a gangland murder. That was 6 months ago. There were no more papers. The librarian told me the other issues hadn't been bound yet, but she'd get them for me. I couldn't wait. Something was clicking in my brain. I left the library and headed for the corner drugstore. I found a phone booth. Dialed the Times Express. I knew a guy on the crime beat. Pete? Yeah, hiya, kid. Long time no see. It's Mike Shayne. Yeah. Hey, Pete, can you give me a little information? Yeah. Ever hear of a guy named Joe Blake? Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. But tell me, what finally happened to Joe? There comes the dawn. And the guy who pulled it? Yeah, I know it's supposed to be confidential, but... was his name George Morrison? Yeah. Hey, Pete, tell me something, will you? Where do I go to donate my head to the fat drive? I'll explain later. Right now I gotta make another call, quick. Shame, when they were passing out brains, you must have been out to lunch. Just a minute, Mac. I'll be right out. Hey, will you stop pounding up? Oh. I looked out to see who was making like a woodpecker on the glass, and I found myself looking into the little pink eyes of Ruthie's friend, Ralph. He motioned me to come out of the booth. Well, at the moment, there wasn't any place else to go.
Come on, Mr. Shayne.
Oh, sure, but where?
Back to your hotel room.
Why?
You got company.
Not interested.
Get interested real fast. I got a gun right on your spine.
So we went back to my hotel room. He waited in the hallway till I unlocked the door and closed it behind me. Then I heard him going back down the hall. I stood for a moment in the darkness. Then I saw the glowing cigarette. I snapped on the light. It was Ruthie making herself very comfortable on the sofa. She sat up, smoothing her dress down with one hand and holding a gun in the other.
Nice couch.
Nice room. Mine.
I know. That's why I came.
I'm only paying for a single. They'll have to raise the rent.
Would you mind?
Yeah. You see, I can never be myself with a girl when she's holding a gun.
I want you to do something for me, Michael.
Sure. Coax me, Ruthie.
Get on the phone. I'm going to give you a number to call.
Swell. If a man answers, I'll hang up, huh?
I want you to call Brighton 4506.
Brighton 45... That's George Morrison's number.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I want to, Ruthie, honey.
It's a shame, Michael. And I'm going to have to kill you. Go on, get on that phone. Brighton 4506.
Yeah.
Operator.
Brighton 4506.
4506, thank you.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to tell George Morrison to come over and see you right away. Tell him it's very urgent.
As the phone rang, I glanced out the window. Down on the sidewalk, I saw Ralph leaning against a lamppost and reading a paper. I guess it was then that the idea came to me. It wasn't great, but so what? I had about as much chance as a guy buying a ticket on the Irish sweepstakes, only if I lost, I couldn't just tear up the ticket and try again next year.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Grace. This is Mike Shayne.
Oh, Mr. Shayne, I'm so glad you called.
I'd like to speak to your husband, George.
He's on his way over to see you at the hotel. I don't know what for.
What?
Yes, he...
Oh, fine.
Well?
You're in luck, Ruthie. Morrison's on his way over here now.
Isn't that nice, Mike?
You must have gone for Joe Blake in a big way.
We were so right for each other, Joe and I. When that happens, you don't want to lose it. Where are you going?
Open this window. It's stuffy in here.
Sit down. You get nervous, Mike.
Me fresh out of bromance.
I said sit down.
But I didn't sit down right away. Now the plan had to work. There was nothing else. I looked down at Ralph again. While I watched, he looked up. I sat down on the windowsill, lit a cigarette. Ruth was thinking about Joe Blake. You could tell it by looking at her eyes, her lips. She didn't even notice me. I signaled to Ralph with my head for him to come up. He dropped the newspaper and looked confused, but he didn't move. No, the plan was no good. I started walking again.
I told you, sit down, Mike.
Okay, Ruthie, but I've seen it work in a lot of bad pictures.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
You get it.
Okay. Yeah?
Let me talk to Ruth.
Oh, you better tell her that yourself.
Huh? I told you.
Hello? Hello?
What's going on up there? I'm coming up.
He hung up.
Who was it?
It was your friend Ralph.
What did he say?
George Morrison just came into the lobby. He's on his way upstairs.
All right. Sit down on that chair.
Funny about love, isn't it, Ruthie? When it's right, you're singing in the rain. When it's wrong...
There was nothing wrong with Joe and me. It's the only good thing that ever happened to me. And Morrison had to destroy it.
It wasn't Morrison. He just did what he was told.
Did what he was told?
Ruth, there's only a few seconds left. This is the last chance you're ever going to have in all this world. Give me that gun.
No. Open the door for Morrison and then duck.
No.
Hurry up.
Suppose it's your boy, Ralph.
Were you kidding? Open that door, Shayne, or you'll never open another one.
No, Ruthie.
All right, Mike.
In a moment, we'll be back with the thrilling climax to tonight's Michael Shayne adventure.
The first shot, I ducked fast. Then I realized that she wasn't shooting at me. She was shooting through the door. And even before the smoke cleared away, a trickle of red began slipping in from under the door like a calling card. She started for the door, chuckling to herself, like she'd suddenly gotten the tagline of a joke that had been bothering her for weeks. Then she opened the door and saw her pal Ralphie crumpled in the hall. She stopped laughing. She stood in the doorway, her head thrown back like she was going to sing grand opera. Only all that came out was one piercing, crazy scream. Yeah, it was all over. All the way around. I called Grace Morrison from the railroad station. I only had a couple of minutes, so I told it to her fast. I guess a little too fast.
But I don't understand, Mr. Shayne. You say I was wrong about George?
Yeah, completely wrong.
Those telegrams, his nightmares, those people who tried to kill him.
Well, I haven't time to tell you everything, Mrs. Morrison. Just take my word for it. Those jobs he's been going on, they're so legal, it hurts. You know, sometimes I think a lot of marriages would be better off if they changed that love, honor, and obey routine to just love, honor, and trust. You know what I mean, Grace? Yeah. That's just about the whole story. Except for one little footnote printed in small type and strictly between us boys. What I told Grace was partly the truth. Those jobs George Morrison goes on are perfectly legal. But her one big fear is absolutely correct. Every time George gets one of those telegrams, he does kill a man, just as he killed Joe Blake. Still, if George doesn't want her to know, well, then I guess that's his business. Because, you see, George Morrison is the official state prison executioner. Yeah, the guy who pulls the switch.
Michael Shayne is written for radio by Larry Marcus, from characters created by Brett Halliday. The music is composed and conducted by John Duffy, and Michael Shayne is portrayed by Jeff Chandler. The Adventures of Michael Shayne is a Don Sharp production, transcribed in Hollywood, and distributed exclusively by the Broadcasters Guild. Next week, you'll hear Michael Shayne in another suspense thriller. It's a story you'll long remember, and one I will never forget.